That happens so much, YouTube. Thank you for letting me know. Anytime I set my phone like near the button, it messes up. Let me move this over here then, so I don't do that. But then I can't see the comments. Let me see. Let me put a crystal behind the phone. That might work. Bow. There we go. Hello, hello, everyone. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are doing well. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to get to chatting. If y'all got any questions and things, let me know. I hope y'all are doing well today on this Friday. Hello, hello, India roster. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. How you doing today? What's up, y'all? What's up? Let me know where y'all hanging in from. Where y'all tuning in from? Can you ask me something? Yeah, what's up, Riz? Stand up. No, I'm not standing up right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just sat down. I just sat down. Okay, but we're about to get into it. Make sure you're liking the video. Okay, India. That's beautiful. Pronouns. I accept all pronouns. But let me know where y'all tuning in from. Oh, thank you so much, King Hassan. This is olive citrine, y'all. Olive citrine, it's a vibe. Make sure we're giving me the likes. Give me the likes. Let's get some people in here. We can talk about the energy, answer some questions, chat it up a little bit. I want to talk about Bye Men. Okay, Michigan. What's crazy is I think someone tapped in Michigan on YouTube. Okay, yes, YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Okay, so Michigan is in the building. Michigan is in the building. Duh, Cindy, you sound really slow. People make the shadiest comments. Like calling me gay is not an insult. But it's showing, that really shows your own inner issues. You clearly are working on your sexuality if you're shading me for being something that I am. Like, what are we doing? Samanto, nice meeting you. I go by Crane. Hope y'all are doing well today, but we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Yeah, now they're saying racist comments. We love it. We love to see it. People are really bored. Do, 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 do. But just makes me glad I'm not them, right? You know what I mean? That's what you have to do with people like that. Some people are really bothered. Phoenix! Come on, Phoenix, Arizona. I want to go visit so bad in Phoenix, but I have not been yet. Kriya Yoga, I have, actually. I'm a dancer, so I'm into the anything movement, anything movement. Also, if you're here, give me a like, give me a like. Let's tap it up, let's tap it up. We're gonna chat. We're gonna chat it out. We're gonna chat about a lot of things in this, okay? Happy Friday. What's up, Cap, Nikki? Okay, Texas. My sis wants to move to Texas. What city are you in? I mean, if you don't want to share, you don't have to, but like she wants to move to Houston. Are you near Houston? Do you know anything about um Houston? I would like to know. What area she should move to, maybe. And yes, hopefully y'all are doing well in the chats. Cameron, what's tea? What's tea? Aw. Oh, you were born in Houston? Let's go. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, my sister wants to move there. St. Louis. Okay, I haven't been to St. Louis in like in a minute. I used to dance there. I used to go and assist in St. Louis. It's a beautiful city. Hey Kiki, what's up? What's up? So how you doing today? Doing about some things. Chat about some things. All right, England, let's get it. Where in England are you from? I have a friend in right now they just moved to Brighton near Brighton Beach. But they were in Sutton, a little bit south, I believe, of London. Exactly. F the haters, exactly. They always come in waves. They don't have anything else. London. Oh, okay, you're in London. Work, 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 work. Yeah, I was there in 2022. Yes, I need to come back to Europe, honestly. I want to move to Marseille soon. Not too soon, but soon. Soon, soon, soon. But how y'all doing this Friday? How y'all doing this Friday? We are in November, y'all. November's energy is going to be insane, okay? Johnson City, Tennessee. All right, I'm from South Carolina. Come on, Tennessee. Yes. Thank you for the Bible verse, Connor, in the chat. Is that your favorite one? What's the T? Born and bred Londoner. All right, that's cool. That is cool. Yeah, I need to get into getting back to Europe. But when I move there, it's up because everything is connected. And I feel like my friend told me like round trip flights from Marseille to London are so cheap. Like they're like less than $100. Okay, like super super cheap, which I am here for. I am really here for. It's getting kind of dark, y'all. Let me turn on my mood lighting. It's gonna be a little bit of a different hue though. Okay, so hopefully y'all aren't bothered too much by the oops, the different lighting. Got a little bit of a mood light going on. Because it is getting dark. I'm from South Carolina, but I live in New York City right now. That's a little bit better. Ooh, it's kind of like, okay, I feel like it's a little bit better. Okay. What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? About to go 2050. Let's get it. Let's get it. Thanks for the likes, y'all. Thanks for the likes. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Who's excited for November? Anybody? 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 November's gonna have some really exciting energy. If y'all don't things you're envisioning of what you want for November, okay, this was the time to get into it. All right, November is very much going to be walking by faith, not by sight. Okay, it's going to be very much in November a lot about trusting what you see and what you want. Okay, so if you don't have these visions, okay, even anything you're looking for or you're wanting, okay, this is the time to really cool. Okay, that makes sense. In the YouTube. Sorry, I'm talking to YouTube, TikTok as well. So if you're on TikTok and you don't know about the YouTube, go ahead and follow and subscribe on YouTube, honey. That's the majority of my content is. And thank you everyone on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the TikTok, go ahead and go to the TikTok, okay? Because we're kind of going low-key viral on TikTok. About 3 weeks ago, I had like 3,000 followers. So we growing. That's cool. That's cool, Madigo. Yeah, so November, y'all, what are some things we're looking for? What are some things we're wanting? Okay, what are some things we're dreaming of? Even if it's long-term stuff, okay? It's about really, oh, thanks, cool, Froggy Frog, that's good. I love that name, by the way. Um, what are some things? Drop them in the comments. What are some things we're looking forward to? Okay, I'm ready to travel home. I want to go visit South Carolina. Okay, I've been having dreams of Zaxby's and Bojangles. If you're from down south, you know. Okay, if you know, you know. Ooh, eternal liberation. I'm here for that. Okay, because anything we're putting in the comments, I want us to. This is the time where we're gonna be. These are the things you need to focus on. Like, what would eternal liberation look like for you? What's up, Jacob? How you doing? What would that feel like? You know what I'm saying? What experiences would you do? Okay, what experiences would you get into? This is what November is gonna bring, y'all. Okay, even though we're in Scorpio season still, the energy is very. Put a shirt on. It's hot. I'm sorry. Anytime in New York when they it's like fall, but hot. It's like 8 degrees today. It's just really hard to keep things cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying. I'm not showing too much. I'm just showing a little cleave. A little cleave. Hey Richard, how you doing? Finding your dream job. Yes, 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 yes. Um, okay, Madigal. All right, we're doing a little bit too much in the YouTube, Madigal. Okay, maybe restrict the comments a little bit, or I'm gonna have to remove you. I don't want to remove you, but we're not talking about that in the YouTube chat. Okay, let's respect the live. Okay, we're not doing no mess in here. Okay, I respect y'all. You don't respect me. All right. Um, Not deja vu happened 3 times to you today. Okay, that's everything. Richard, we're just chatting it up, seeing where everyone's at. I'm gonna talk about just the energy of November. Okay, we started a new moon, talking about that. We're talking about relationships a little bit towards the end, and anything I want to talk about, I'm here. Um, just trying to come on, and I've been really enjoying the live stream, so I've been coming on more often. Um, to chat it up with y'all, see how y'all are doing. Um, but yeah, November, to get back to the vision. This is the time to really get into um Tantra, wow, that's good. Kriya yoga. So this is even looking into those things. Okay, anything you're really looking for. Oh, thanks, Rachel. Looking for or anything you're really wanting in your life, this is the time to really put yourself in that space, okay, and walk by faith and not sight. All right. Even if it's like a certain car you're looking for, have you looked it up on TikTok? Do you have the picture and the image saved? Okay. If it's something about relationships, all right. Um, Is it something, have you, what are we doing with it? Okay, because the energy of just wanting things, you know, what do they say? Faith without works is dead. Okay, so let's keep pushing towards what we're looking for in November. Okay, because even though it's Scorpio season, it's going to be very Aquarian. There's going to be not Aquarian with the fish, but like where the fish live, but Aquarius, the energy, Uranian, okay, the energy is going to be very shocking in November. A lot of surprises, okay, a lot of sudden insight, sudden realizations. I've had a few of those recently in the past couple days. Mercury's been opposing Uranus. There's a lot of like sudden news been coming out, okay. Um, and we have a full moon conjunct Uranus, which is going to be very sudden. Okay, um, being realistic about men and how they view women. Ooh, that's deep. We can get deep into that. That's a long. Ooh, but you're saying that's what you're looking to focus on. That as well. Okay, that is something as well to look at. LX, you might have some Pisces placements. Like I have Venus in Pisces, and I can get kind of lost sometimes, especially in the past, in relationships and like looking at the reality of something. Okay, and really looking at that is really good. The reality of how men view women. Okay, and there's different realities, but and maybe even looking as well, LX, at certain realities that you like and you don't like. Okay, certain times it's also good to know these kind of things, learning things so that you know what you don't like, and then you can also put yourself in a space of what you do. Many times we get into like, oh, I don't like this experience. This was a negative experience, and that's fine. But if you're just stuck in that experience and you and the majority of your mind is on what you don't want to happen, what happened, that kind of energy, and the rest, you don't have as much space for actually thinking about what you want to bring in, you get stuck in that and you keep repeating that cycle. So this is the time to really get us to a place of like envisioning the best outcomes for us in this moment. Okay, and what we're looking for. Um, and expect unexpected, because this is when a lot of things are going to shock and change. You can really liberate. Okay, we someone in the YouTube talked about eternal liberation. Liberation is ruled by Aquarius and Uranus. Okay, um, DL men a lot. Okay, okay, that is an epidemic. I just made that video. It really is insanely, it's a lot going on with the DL men. It's a lot of them. And what's crazy is, even as a gay man, okay, the majority of men that are attracted to me and come to me literally are on the DL. And they tell me like, oh, I've never done this before, even though they have, or like I have a girl, like, hey, Sada, what's up? Um, and so that is difficult. That is difficult. But the thing is, try not as much. Even though anytime I go, yes, it's giving red light special. Anytime I go outside, there's going to be a man coming and trying to ask for a number or doing something in front of his girl. Okay, and that's difficult. I see this every day as a gay man. Okay, but I can't let that just be the only thing that I'm focused on. Okay, I can't, just because I'm seeing that and it's less men that I want and less honest men. That doesn't mean that that's not going to happen for me, because that's what I want to happen for me. So it is. Okay, so LX, just really try as much as you can. Even though don't minimize how you feel. I'm sure that is a terrible experience. Oh, thanks so much for the roses. That's so nice of you. Hey, even though it's a terrible experience, let's look for what we're looking for and what we want. Okay. Yes, thanks for the gifts. Um, hey Kim Star, thank you for the love. How y'all doing in the chat? Any other questions? What's going on? What's going on with y'all? What's going on? Okay, donut. Yes. Is it Krispy Kreme? What's going on? Okay, that's good. That's the thing as well with learning these lessons. It is. I've had a lot of lessons that I won't want to learn again, but I'm glad I did learn them. So as long as you feel like you got that wisdom, you now know what not to look for. I mean, what to look for and like what to avoid. Um, but that is a bad experience. Y'all, thanks for the gift. That's so sweet. Yay! And I'm just like learning about these on YouTube, on TikTok. There's so many cool gifts. Like YouTube, I know about the what's it called? You can like give money, but I didn't know on TikTok you can give cool gifts and stuff like that. Like that's so cute. And yes, hope y'all have been enjoying. Hope y'all have been enjoying the live. You just had a hard breakup, and work is liberation after restriction. Okay, and so if things have been getting even more triggering, and I feel that myself, like every day is more triggers. I'm like, what is going on? Even news about people that are going through things, close friends going through things. I'm like, this is really difficult. And not to minimize just your experience, but this is something of change is coming very soon. Okay, just keep hoping for that. Yes, Breakthrough is coming. And Faye, what is your zodiac sign? Do you know your rising sign too? Put them in the chat. I want to see what's going on. Oh my God, what's that? Okay, lights. It's like matching my environment. That's pretty cool. Also in the YouTube, drop the chat, drop the comments. I'm here. I'm an open book for the most part. Okay, we don't do nothing disrespectful in here. But aside from that, let's get it. Okay, Gemini. I love Geminis. I have Gemini Moon and South Node. I have a lot of Gemini energy. Come on, Geminis. How's it been since Jupiter has moved into Gemini since May? How have you been feeling? Froggy, Frog, Aries rising Taurus sun. Okay. So the sun is in the second house. That's big on a Taurus with the sun in the second. That's very much focused on growing worth and moving forward. Um, Come on to the Geminis. Come on to the Geminis. I live for the Geminis. Um, it's all good. It's all good, Taco Man. We're getting into it. We're getting into it because astrology will change your whole life. Let me tell you. Okay, I've done probably almost about 1,500 clients so far, and the breakthroughs, and even not even knowing what they've been through, and I'm just sharing. Okay, looking at the chart. Oh, this alignment's been happening since this time and this time and this time. They're like, oh, that's exactly when this happened. That's exactly when this happened. I'm like reading it and like, okay, your past could have been like this. Childhood could have been like this. They're like, oh my God, this is exactly. You're like reading me like a book. Astrology is interesting, and then to also be a channel, that adds another layer because I know what to look for. Okay, yes, it is new moon day, but it's a new moon in Scorpio, y'all. So this is a new start for sure, and it's getting us out of eclipse season, which I'm super excited about. But it is something that is Scorpio energy is transformative. It's very empowering. But it is something that can be difficult. It makes you face your fears. It makes you overcome certain paranoias and worries. And it can be very dark as well. Scorpio's the darkness. Okay, so it can be nervous, but anytime you're in Scorpio energy, you're actually very protected. Okay, it just feels like you're not. Okay, let me catch up on the comments. Let me see. Nikki, you want a reading? Oh yeah, I got you. I'm always here. Always here. Anybody who wants a reading, the link is in my bio. I offer all kind of things, and I'm currently looking for a few more clients. I do 5 a month to do my intensive premium counseling, where you get 3 readings with me, unlimited text access with me anytime. Um, it's an investment, but it is an amazing investment. So if you're interested in that, check out my site. Um, yes, that exactly. Very good in the YouTube. Liberation does come from that way, from discovering and diving into yourself. Oh, thanks so much, Sada. Yes, also follow the Etsy. Y'all. I'm really trying to get people to follow my Etsy because new services are on there. And if I do any sales, I don't do too many, but if I do sales, they will be on the Etsy. Okay. Many people like are paying full price when I have a sale on the Etsy. Okay. So follow the Etsy. Oh, thanks so much, Valerie. And yeah, if you want a reading, you know I got y'all. We go deep, deep, deep. Majority of my clients always come back, which is like something I'm super proud of. Um, Let me see. I saw another comment. Focusing on personal growth, breaking a trauma bond. Ooh, yes. Yes, Nisa. Keep working towards that. And this is perfect time for breaking energy, breaking contracts, releasing things, burning, doing petitions and burning the petitions, releasing, sacrificing. This is perfect for Scorpio. Scorpio is all about assessing and observing what is going to get you to the next level, what needs to go and what needs to come with you. Okay. That is very much Scorpio energy. So this new moon, even though it's a new start, it's Scorpio. So it's about endings too. Taco Man's tea, but also we must not believe our lives are predetermined by these things. We always have the power to change our destiny in the present. I halfway agree with you, Taco Man, because of the law of the Hermetic principles. Okay, I believe that just as much will as we have, we also do not have will. We don't have free will over 100% of everything in our life. That's not the case. From my personal experience, if I want to drive downtown, I can't just drive through people. We have this co-creative process with life. So if I don't have free will with every human in life in my physical life, I can't just make anyone do anything. That means in the spiritual, since they're a mirror, I also don't have all control. Okay, so these kind of manifestations and things like that you can definitely do, but you're manifesting with the divine. Okay, and that's why people get frustrated because they want to, um, they want to get things instantly. Okay, but exactly, Taco Man, it's this balance. There's a balance of things. Anytime I got things instantly the way I wanted, it probably didn't even work out in the right way. And many times I wanted certain things and then ended up um, regretting, okay, and wishing I wouldn't have wanted that thing, okay. Let me get a little bit more light up in here, y'all. Oh, you just bring this down in my face. There we go. Now we got a little bit more light. Ugh. More light for the girls. It's still giving a little darkness, but it's kind of like New Moon Scorpio. I'm very much in my New Moon Scorpio vibes. It's very like, okay. Um, Let me see. Let me see. The tidbits of info you post are super helpful. I know the reading will be fine. Oh, the reading don't play. But yeah, I'm. That's why I come on and do what I can, and also make I make content all the time. I'm always making content. Anytime I think of something like, oh my god, this could help somebody, boom. Okay, the video comes out with anything. Literally today, I posted about the Pluto and Aquarius alignment. So check that out if you haven't seen that video. And I also posted about sexual men. So like we're talking about everything all the time. Okay, family, we can talk about it. Money, we can talk about it. Career, we can talk about it. Relationships, we can talk about it. Everything, anything and everything. And if I don't fully know it, I know people in the chat will help me out. You know what I mean? Not saying I know everything in the whole world, but I love to talk about things and discover with y'all. So, um, I told you my birthday. Do you think you can give me? Yeah, I can give you a little bit of insight. I would just know your sun sign, which is can give me insight. Your sun sign, y'all. Like I'm an Aquarius sun. That talks about number one in your family, what you were here to teach your parents. Okay, I'm an Aquarius. I was here to teach my parents to liberate from certain restrictive mindsets, to get out of certain restrictive mindsets. Okay, Aquarius usually teach in a way that ends up with us being outcasted, which happened to me multiple times. But that is my path. Okay. If you have a sun in Aries, you're here to start new things in the family and show the family it's time to start new things. Okay, June 11th. Yeah, you're the Gemini. Okay, exact time. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And also, Taco Man, you can go to AstroSeek, ASTRO hyphen SEEK. Amazing site. My favorite site for looking up charts. Even if you don't know the time, it's okay. But that June energy, June 11th, let me see. So, okay, that means Jupiter is conjunct your sun right now. Okay, and it just went retrograde. So you might be in a fade test. You might be in some situation where you're looking to expand more. You're looking for new opportunities, or to travel, to learn something new, or to move somewhere. Okay, long distance. But things could be delayed a bit because Jupiter's going retrograde, asking us to have faith and believe in ourselves over the next few months to see opportunity. Okay, so hopefully that helped out a little bit, Taco Man. But this Jupiter only comes around in one sign once every 12 years. So all the Geminis, Jupiter is in Gemini, helping y'all to expand your mind and your vision of your life for the next 12 years. Okay, and putting you in situations where you can really expand your life. All right. But if you're in a place that's not Jupiter, Jupiter's about optimism and vision and like belief. Okay. Like, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I believe it. If you're not in that energy, then you're going to end up being and putting yourself in bad situations. Okay. For the next 12 years. So, Gemini's, it's really about your mindset. You kind of can create your reality now. Oh, glad you like that with the manifestation. Yeah, I feel like I share a lot of things that are a little bit different from what people share. Because all the things I talk about, I've lived them. I only know astrology because I've lived it. Like, I didn't read a whole bunch of books. I was learning it as life was happening over the past 15 years. Okay. So, manifestation, same thing. I'm not just looking at, like a book of manifestation. I've manifested a lot in my life. So, I've learned from that. So, the things are a little bit personal. Hey, Lisa. Let me make sure we're good on the. Sorry, y'all. The comments are kind of coming in. How do I know what I am? Yep, AstroSeek is really amazing. What's your oh, Scorpio? Okay. How do I know my houses? Yep. Do you know the time of birth, Lisa? Come on, Scorpios in the chat. I hope y'all are doing well in your birthday season. And that's good, y'all. This is the thing with astrology. Like, I know it very well, but I've been doing it for almost 20 years. Okay. When I first learned it, it was a lot to take in. I just know what you can and take in what you can. Okay. One thing that I say is just start by understanding the signs, understanding all the 12 signs. Okay. You can even do that. It can take maybe 2 weeks, 14 days. You can take 2 days off. Okay. And just discover the energy of the sign. Okay, Aries. Because if you know Aries, then you kind of know Mars a little bit. Okay. And you also kind of know the first house a little bit because Aries and Mars in the first house all are in the same vibration energetically. They could mean different things and all that, but they still are in the same room. Okay. If you know Taurus, then you're going to know a little bit about Venus. Okay. And know a little bit about the second house because they're all in agreement. So that's the first step is really learn the signs. Okay. Or you could learn the planets. If you know the planets, you'll know, okay, I know Mars. So Mars rules what? Mars rules Aries and also is the traditional ruler of Scorpio. So then I know a little bit about Scorpio and I know Aries. Okay. Mars also rules over the first house. So I know the first house. A little bit. Okay. So you get what I'm saying? Like that helps out. Don't just try to take in astrology by like, I gotta know the planets, the houses, the signs, the alignments, the charts, the different solar return, perfections, composite charts, D9 charts, all the different stuff that comes in time. Okay. But let's get the framework. You get what I'm saying? Okay, let's get the understanding. Does everybody know why the astrology chart looks like a circle? Do we know that? Because I want to make sure I'm sharing astrology that's on the level y'all need. Because I share astrology kind of advanced. Like I'm talking about all my videos. I do share from a place where if you don't know astrology, you can understand it. But I do also share for people. I have all kind of range of people that know astrology on my page, people that don't know it at all, and people that are really good at it. So I try to give like a um, balanced understanding. Okay, but I want to show y'all something. Okay. Um, Actually, I might have to draw it because this helped me out so much, and I wish someone told me this when I first got into astrology. But y'all got to know why it's a circle. Okay, that's gonna help out, and why the planets are placed like they are all around the circle. Like, what is that? And why are the lines? Why are there lines? What does the ascendant mean? What is the IC? What's the MC? What is the point of that? Let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. So, astrology from I mean, there's different kind of astrology though, but let's just say the main astrology, because there's also like heliocentric from the sun. You can get astrology from like all kinds. Okay, like you can look at the astrology from the sun and look at Earth and everything, but in the general astrology, there is no Earth. Okay, no one talks about I have Earth in this sign. Why is that? Because astrology is from Earth's perspective. We're looking from Earth, looking at these planets. Okay, so that's the interpretation, and we're here to understand the relationship of the planets to Earth. Okay, so guess what Earth is in the chart? So you got the chart. Not my pen dying. Oh my god, my pen's dying, y'all. Of course, as soon as I want to draw something for y'all, my pens. Y'all pray for the pen. Okay, the ink's coming back. Ink's coming back. So this is what the chart kind of looks like, right? We see this, the circle with the, you know, okay. But before we get into the breakdown, let me do something for y'all. Let me do a little something real quick. Okay, what did I just draw? If you can see, what did I just draw? What's in here? Put it in the comments. What's that? What does this look like? It's a very it's not a trick question. It's a very easy question. It's more simple, Sada. That's your Scorpio. Scorpio's a deep. Earth. There we go. This is Earth right here. This circle looks like Earth, y'all. Come on. I tried to make the continents. I even put little buildings here. See the buildings? It's Earth. Earth. This is the constellations. I mean the constellations. Look at me, y'all. The continents. I put little buildings here. Okay. This is Earth. All right. And the planets, let's say I'm just gonna put some planets. Let's put like the sun here. Let's put Mars here. Venus, we'll put her over here. The moon, we'll put the moon right on the ascendant. Let's put one more. Let's put the north node. So now, yes, thank y'all for tapping the screen as we share this information. So now you see I put little planets, okay, around. Let me break this down. Let me break this down. Okay, because from Earth's perspective, you're looking out at the planets. Okay, let me move the sun really quick. I'm gonna move the sun at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. noon, when the sun's at the top of the sky. Okay, guess where it is? Anybody born at 12 p.m.? Like my sister's born at 12:58 p.m. Her sun is very close to the top of the sky, because at noon, where is the sun? At the top of the sky, right up on Earth, from the whatever hemisphere you're in. Okay, if you're in the southern hemisphere, at noon the sun will be up here. Okay, right? Does this make sense a little bit more? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna remove the sun again, because the sun is something we really can look into. In New York, the sun just set. I can barely see light. Okay, the sun just set. So where would on here? Okay, let me show you. Right here, I'm gonna put an arrow. Okay, so if the ascendant and the ascendant talks about whatever constellation is rising in the sky at the time that you are looking at. So this chart, the moon is right here. I put the moon. Okay. Now, notice sometimes you can be like at the beach and you can see the moon coming up off the ocean, right? It's rising. Okay. And all throughout the day. Why is it so I don't know why it's making you it's like making me approve your comments and you're a moderator. It doesn't make any sense. Um Yes, exactly. I do charge classes for this. I charge money for this, but I'm just giving y'all free gems, okay? Because I feel like I don't need it. Y'all said y'all wanted to help in astrology, and I'm feeling generous, okay? And this will help y'all so much, okay? Ascendant, whatever. I'm a Virgo rising. So when I was born, the constellation of Virgo was rising in the sky from the horizon. Anything under this line, this is the horizon line. So like I put the north node down here, okay? Let's say like I was born at night, okay? I was born at 8 something, okay? I'm not gonna tell you my time and everything. I can't give you all my whole chart. But my sun is down here in my chart. It's not here where sunset is right now, because if this is what's rising up in the sky, this must be this side, the descendant. If this is the ascendant on this side, it's ascending. Descendant talks about what's going down. So in New York, the sun just set. So if a baby was just born right now, it would be like this. The sun would be on the descendant in right here. If a baby was born during sunset, sun in the 7th house, the area of the descendant. Okay, that's why sunsets are so beautiful, because the 7th house is ruled by Libra, the sign of beauty. So every day when the sun comes in the 7th house, it's given Libra. Okay, all these beautiful pastel colors. That's Libra. Okay, all right. So this talks about the placement of the planets around the Earth. If anything in your chart is below this line of the ascendant or the descendant, it means these planets were below the horizon when you were born. You were born, if the sun is below down here, you were born at night. If the sun is up above this up here, you were born during the day. Okay. If it's down here, it's night. Okay. So hopefully that's helping a little bit. Does that help? Like, oh, thanks for the roses. I hope that's helping to make sense of how the chart, what you're looking at. When you look at a chart, what are you looking at? Like, what is it you're actually looking at? You're looking at, it doesn't show Earth. I just drew Earth to make it a little bit more easy. Earth isn't there. Okay. There's not going to be this little picture of Earth, but you're going to see a whole bunch of planets in a circle. You're going to see ascendant, descendant. Okay. Up here, it says MC, your midheaven. The top line talks about the top of the sky. So I was born, I have my moon up here. So when I was born, even though it was at night, okay, the moon was at the top of the sky when I was born. Okay, if you have anything up here. And this talks about where you're growing in life, what you will be known for. Okay, I have my moon in Gemini. So what am I doing? What am I going to be known for? Okay, communicating Gemini in my career. That's what I do. I make videos and I talk about life and truth and like all these things. Okay, so yeah, I do have sun trine my moon. I have a grand trine in the air. So this hopefully this makes sense. I don't want to go too deep, because like that's, I'm not getting paid for this. Sorry, I'm just being real. Okay, I want to make sure this is fun for me too. I love helping y'all out, but like, I can't just give y'all everything. because that's you know, when you get into spiritual, you learn about that. Okay, when you value yourself, like the divine would come for me. Okay, if I just give y'all too much free information, I'm gonna have to speak with them. Okay, so any skills y'all have, make sure y'all are honoring them. Not saying don't give free gems. You got to make sure you give your free stuff to people. Okay, we're here to help. Okay, um, but if you're giving everything to somebody, even not for work, for a relationship, so you're just giving, giving, giving. You got to have the boundaries. Yeah, I have Sun conjunct Saturn, y'all, so you know my boundaries are strong. Okay. um, yes, book on Etsy if you decide, or anything. My site is even faster, but Etsy's where you go for the discounts. Actually, with my site, to book a reading on Etsy, you actually are going to get a faster booking if you book on my site because I have a calendar on my site. Like you literally will be able to have the time and everything. Boom, done. If you book on Etsy, you're gonna have to email me, and I will have to add you to that calendar because Etsy, I can't have a calendar for readings on Etsy. Okay, so you know Etsy's amazing for seeing what I offer, seeing the different promotions I have coming up. I have new oils coming up very soon, y'all. I'm so excited for them. Okay, um, like manifestation, love, all these things. I have literally oils that I do for myself personally that I haven't shared with y'all yet. I have a lot of rituals. I've been doing the spiritual for 20 years. Okay, so I have tons of things like how I place my crystals, all kind of stuff that I slowly have been sharing with y'all. Okay, but I haven't shared my oils yet. The only thing I have in my products so far is my ritual candles because ritual candles, if you don't know about ritual candles, I have manifested apartments. I have manifested relationships with ritual candles. Y'all better stop playing with the candles, okay? And I bless them for you and will send them to you. But I also make an eau de toilette, okay, which is totally spiritual, which is all about if you need to cleanse. I put my eau de toilette in my floor wash. I put it in the bathtub with me. I cleanse before every reading. I put it on my hands and my crown. Okay. So you got to get into your energy. What's your spiritual routine looking like? Okay. Because that's how your physical life is going to look like over time. The more I'm working with spirit and working and keeping a spiritual routine, what you do in the spirit comes down to the physical. So I'm putting all this time every day. I have a ritual or two, you know, I do, and the small ones even. I put it bless every time I put my jewelry on. I'm okay. I want this to protect me and bring in good energy. Like I'm thoughtful with everything I do. So then this is manifesting my life. Okay, I don't have those days where I just wake up and life like is slamming me with all kind of craziness because I wake up and I'm very intentful about my day. But this came over time, like not to shame or shade anyone. I'm just saying for advice and things to get into. You know what I mean? Whatever routine you do in the spiritual, okay, manifest down. Okay, come on, Moonstone, you better with the full moon. That's beautiful. K Marlin, that's a beautiful name as well. So hopefully that's helping out y'all. I hope as well you like the talk about the chart. Did that help y'all more understanding how the chart is broken down? Okay. Um, because it's divided then into 12 sections. That's the houses really. It takes that because this is four section I was divided into. One, two, three, four. Okay. And that can even tell you something. If you have a lot of planets here, like the first four talk about your interpersonal life. These four houses talk about, I'm sorry, it's not four, it's three in every four. 12 total. Sorry. It's like a pie. The first three houses are interpersonal houses, how you feel. The last, well, okay, one through three, and also including four. It talks about deep things deep within you. Your identity, your self worth, your thought process, how you feel. Okay. Then the fifth, sixth, seventh talks about you, how you feel with you, but now pushing more out. Okay. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on, Gaja Queen. I love that name. That name is a whole vibe. Come on. Um, fifth house, your self-expression, your creativity, how you share it. Okay, I have a stellium in the fifth house. I have a lot of planets there. I dance. I'm very creative. I love creating, like the lighting, like everything. Okay. Sixth house talks about your daily routine and like how you're handling life. Seventh house. Then we move once we get to seventh. After the sixth, your identity. We talk about your identity, self worth, mindset, how you feel, your creativity, self expression, and how you handle life. All those things are dealing with you. Okay. Once we get the seventh house, eighth house, ninth house, 10th house, 11th house, 12th house, that is other people and your relationship with them. Okay. So, seventh house talks about any relationship you have with anything outside of yourself. Eighth house talks about how you're transforming that and like the deep merging of it deeper. Like Libra's like the energy of contracts and meeting someone you like. Hi, how's it going? Scorpio is what they really feel deep down beneath the surface. Do they really like you, or are they really a hater? Like, what's really going on? That's a Scorpio. Okay. Ninth house talks about how you're expanding. Once you transform and you've gone deeper and you've worked on things and you now know how to merge with someone, okay, or merge with life better, okay, because eighth house is how you merge with life too, okay. Yeah, Richard the Scorpios, yes. Scorpio energy is intense, but it's beautiful. It's very transformative, but it is very much the energy of seeing what's in the unseen, okay, within other people. They can smile in your face, but you can see something's in their eyes a little bit different. People who have a lot of Scorpio placements, Pluto placements, have that strong. But Scorpio also is about, like, let's see, say for my journey as a spiritual teacher, there were certain aspects of myself that I didn't fully see yet. So I had to have that Scorpio energy to transform myself. Okay. Many times I was thinking I was not a good astrologer because I didn't have a lot of following, and I'm actually really good. Okay. Many times that was something I had to see differently. Okay. Yeah, I'm an Aquarius. Aquarius, the water bearer. That's why my channel is called the Water Bearer's Tea. I'm the water bearer. I'm an Aquarius, and I'm sharing my tea. Okay, so it's tea from a water bearer. Okay, the water bearer's tea. All right. So that's what that means. Actually, my title. Um, Ooh, being a Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio energy is tough. Okay, but it's a high calling. Scorpio is the sign of power. Okay. Now, all the zodiac signs can have power. I'm not saying that Scorpio is like the most, like, can control everybody. No. Okay, no. We all have balance. We all have Scorpio in our chart somewhere. Constellation of Scorpio was somewhere when you were born. Okay, whether you have planets in there or not. Okay, so we all express all of the signs, y'all. That's the thing. People are like, I don't like Geminis. I don't have no Gemini in my chart. And I'm like, you have a house in Gemini. Your Gemini is in some area of your life is expressing Gemini. Okay, we express every sign, every energy, but in different areas of our life and in different parts of ourselves. That's why astrology is so beautiful, and so unique. Okay, like the day I was born. Okay, the sun was in one place in Aquarius. All right. And the planets were in one place in Aquarius, but that same day, the rising sign only stays the same for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Okay. So every 2 hours, the rising sign is shifting in the day. You get what I'm saying? For 24 hours, there's 12 signs. Okay. So you only, there's only 2 hours of people the day I was born that's a Virgo rising. On your birthday, there's only 2 hours of people with your rising sign when you were born. Okay, it's way more specific and rare than you think. Okay, Life Path 11 with Richard. I see you. Oh my God, Richard, you have so many planets in Scorpio on the YouTube. Yes. Honestly, who is my long-term friend? Scorpios. I love Scorpio energy. I have a lot of Scorpio too. Okay, you're Sag ascendant. So that means all of that is sitting in the 12th house? That's deep. All of that in the 12th? So that makes you kind of Pisces as well. Okay, and that's also something you can look at too, y'all, with the astrology is I'm an Aquarius, but my sun sits in the 5th house, ruled over by Leo. So many people always think I'm a Leo. Okay, I always wear, like, love the hair. I always love lions, all these kind of things. I have a lot of Leo energy. Okay, my Aquarius energy expresses itself like a Leo, but I'm an Aquarius. You get what I'm saying? That's how each zodiac sign can be different. Okay. Because, okay, yeah, you might be an Aquarius, but where is your sun? That means that's the area where you're expressing that energy in life. 5th house talks about creativity, self-expression. That's all I do. That's all I do. And that's how I make money, is for my creativity. Sun in the 5th house. And how do I do it? I'm an Aquarius, so it's different. I'm making money from astrology, dance. These are things as a man that are not as popular, okay, in society. That's Aquarius doing something different, okay? So you see how this breaks down, all right? Even the people that were born, like, basically, even that, you know your sun, you know what house it's in, but then also, do you have any planets aspecting your sun? That is going to change the energy even more. I have Jupiter trine my sun, so I love empowering people, and, like, I have a lot of faith. Okay, Jupiter, the planet of faith, empowering my sun. I've always had so much faith in my life, sometimes too much, and I'm waiting for a long time because I think it's going to happen quick. Okay, I also have Saturn conjunct my sun. So even though I'm an Aquarius, you know, and it's expressing like a Leo, it's also going to express itself a little bit Jupiter, express itself a little bit Saturn. Okay. So there's a lot, yeah, grand trine with the sun, moon, and Saturn. I mean, the sun, well, yeah. I have a grand trine with the moon in Gemini, Jupiter in Libra, and my sun, Mercury, Saturn conjunction in Aquarius. So it's like air down. Okay, this is why I'm up here. And I have a lot of information. I love sharing information. That's my whole purpose of being here. Okay, so now let me go back in the comments because there's a lot of comments. I'm not going to be able to get too much into the chart, y'all, because when we get too much into the chart, that's just, it starts to exhaust me. Okay, because from my perspective, I could talk about just one of your placements. I could talk about the energy of Sagittarius Sun for 20 minutes. So if you're telling me like, oh, I'm a Sag Sun in the ninth, and I got Moon in Pisces in the seventh, and I got Venus this, Venus that, do you understand how much I could talk about that and those, how much that like brings up in my mind to share? So to try to give it to y'all in like a 30-second, 1 minute explanation and for free, it's a lot. Okay, that's the only thing why with the even comments on my post, when I make a post about astrology, I will have literally my first post. I had sometimes I get over 1,000 comments with people literally describing their chart and wanting me to explain it, and I do the most I can. Then I found out some people don't even follow me, and they're like asking me to read their whole chart, which is rude to me. That's just very, I don't know. You don't get anything out of life like that. By you get out what you put in 100%. Like if you're just looking for quick little things, you know, your life is gonna keep moving quick, and you're never gonna have something stable. Okay. So no shade to anybody in the comments who mentioned that, but I'm just saying, like, as a for y'all to know, I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm not one of those astrologers that just gives a whole bunch of like free, super free stuff, because what I'm giving is at a high value. I'm not just like, oh, Aquarius, you're different, you're unique. Aries, you're a fighter. Like, that's basic astrology. We're not talking basic astrology in here. I can break things down basically, but even when I broke this down, it wasn't given basic. Nothing, mm-mm. You know what I mean? Yeah, we giving value over here. High value energy. It's a lot of energy, yeah. Yeah, I literally wish sometimes I didn't know as much about astrology because it would be so much more easy for me to come on and give y'all readings for free. Like so much. I would just be able to and just because I would not have that much to reference. You know what I mean? But ooh, it's so much to talk about. And this is why my readings, I'm like sharing the screen, drawing on it. Like I sometimes go over. I will start and say, "Hey, how's it going? You're doing good? Okay, good." We talk a little bit, kiki a little bit. Then I say, "Okay," because when you book a reading with me, you also have a description of what you're looking for. If you book a love reading, what are you looking for? If you're looking for birth chart, what are you looking for? I have open channeling. You want to talk to your ancestors? You want to get deep tea, get rituals from me? That's my open channeling. I offer rituals. I tap in with my ancestors. Like, but that's in the description. What are you looking for? Okay. And then as soon as we start the reading, I will spend an hour, hour and a half sometimes. I even ask, hey, you got extra time? Because I got to keep going. I got to make sure I get this out. Okay. And we'll be going over your chart. I can spend time so long just talking about one little thing. So that's the only thing with me as an astrologer. Um, Astrology is the thing I know the most in my entire life, y'all. Like I don't have, that's my highest skill, okay? In dance, okay? So that's why it's very difficult for me to kind of reel it in and give you quick info. So if you see me getting a little scattered with the comments, I'm trying. I wanna help y'all as much as I can. Um, but it is tiring to me, okay? To my brain, trying to figure out how to like break it all down, okay? But that's why I was helping with the astrology. Like hopefully this helps out, and then if you know the like the energy of Venus, something like that, we can work on getting the whole thing. Oh, Richard, thanks for subscribing on YouTube. Yes, and YouTube, I have over 1,000 videos, okay, of me sharing astrology tips, these kind of things. Like I post a bunch on TikTok and YouTube. Like I have, if my astrology playlist is over 30 videos where I'm like, oh, this is how to access and unlock your Venus energy. This is how to boost your Jupiter energy. This is how to work with Pluto. I'm telling y'all all the tea. I really am. But the thing about it is that people don't realize because they're not going to really do the research. They listen to it, they're like, oh, that's cool, and they just keep scrolling. And I'm like, then they're wondering, well, what does this mean? What's this mean? I'm like, girl, I give you all the gems in the videos. I share so much in the videos, okay? But it does take applying, and that's the point. I don't want to be a teacher. I'm never, when I teach dance, when I teach anything, yeah, my YouTube's under the same name. When I teach anything, I'm not a teacher that's just giving it to you. I have Saturn conjunct the sun. You're going to have to learn something from me. That's the energy. I'm sorry. That's just what it is, okay? Because through me learning these kind of things, that's how I like change my life. You're not going to shift nothing in your life just by kind of knowing the astrology. You know what I mean? There's many people that have a lot of book knowledge, but if you don't apply it and like learn and figure it out, it's not even benefiting you. So that's why I also don't offer that and like do too much just like telling you, because it's like when what they say when you teach a man to fish. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to keep giving y'all fish because it's actually devaluing to see, because I know it's not. I'm just giving you all this stuff and you're not even going to learn through discovering astrology. How will you ever know it? You know what I mean? And my goal is for us to all know astrology. You all need to know at least the major alignments affecting you every month, okay? So you can know what the hell is going on in your life. Like, that's what's going on. I'm letting you know the tea, okay? On your birthday, you need to look at your solar return chart. What is the birth? Because you have a birth chart for every year, y'all, okay? And depending on where you are in the world, you can change your birth chart. I travel on my birth charts very specifically, okay? Because every location changes my chart. In 2022, I wanted to improve relationships and grow more relationships. So I went to LA because that's where my chart had all the planets in the relationship area. Not only did I move in with a partner in New York City, move from Denver into New York City, I did not pay one bill that whole year. Okay. I also reconnected with a lot of friends. I started dancing again and started literally teaching a whole musical, choreographing a musical. All that came because I was like, ooh, I want my chart to have this energy in the seventh house. Let me go to where that solar return chart shows that. Okay. So astrology is the GOAT, y'all. You can find out so much. Now, it's not something, I think it's something of awareness. It gives you awareness. Astrology is ruled by Aquarius, which is a sign of knowledge and awareness. So it gives you awareness. It's not going to say, by knowing the astrology, you can prevent certain things in your life. You can prevent certain like things by performing optimally, but you're not going to be able to prevent every lesson in your life. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I also don't like about the spiritual community nowadays, is because they're taking these gems and they're using it like capitalism, like a microwave, using astrology and tarot and manifestation to just get what they want and to not have a relationship with the divine. You know what I mean? Or themselves. You're just looking, okay, how can I make money real quick? That's good. You can figure that out. I can share that to people. I know how to make, there's ways you can make quick money in your chart. I just had a course about that, wealth in astrology. I just taught about that in September. Oh no, in October. The four different frequencies of wealth and how you can access all of them in astrology. Okay, I'm telling you, I know a lot about astrology. Okay. And that can really help so much. But at the same time, it is all about the greater scheme of it. It's holistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with medicine, I don't like how doctors are like, oh, you have a headache? Let's just solve that. Okay, this one ailment. Well, why are we having the headache? Maybe if we looked more holistically, we could solve more than just the headache. You get what I'm saying? And so, same with all these divine tools and these divination tools, there are ways for us to get a deeper understanding with ourselves, a deeper understanding to life, and a deeper understanding with the divine. And through that, then we can move forward. If you're just using astrology as a tool not to improve yourself, but to improve your surroundings, you're going to be disappointed. Okay? Because it's all about working in the spirit. When you change in the spirit, you get everything else in the physical. Everything else shifts. When I change my mindset, my life changes. Okay? So if you're stretching out trying to change your reality without changing the spirit, that's why it's not going to work. Okay? Just got into astrology. I'm so glad you came across my For You page. Yes! Jumping in. Come on. I just want more people to jump on the astrology train, because it helped me so much with confidence. It helped me so much with understanding everything, really. Everything. Relationships, faith, belief. Even astrology talks about life. It literally explains life when you get to the 12 houses, okay? I have a video on YouTube about that. My main playlist, How Life Manifests Itself Using Astrology, okay? That helps you understand. I have a lot of wisdom from life because I've learned it from astrology too. Like Aries energy, we all have Aries in our chart, meaning we all have the energy of aggression. There's moments when we need to stand up. There's moments when we need to be aggressive, blunt, the villain at times. Okay, it's in the chart. Okay. Aquarius, we all have areas with us that we are nervous to show. We all have areas that we were picked on and bullied on, and that society said that's not good. We all have certain things within us. Whatever that is, that's your Aquarian energy, and you're here to liberate that. Okay. So hopefully that helps out too. Let me see, Richard, what you said in the chat on YouTube. Deeply from narcissistic childhood and abuse. Whew. Relate. Some parts of my shadow are so dark. I want to burn everything down and raise back like the fetus. Wow. That, Richard. And the thing with you being a Scorpio, with all those placements in Scorpio, whatever you have in Scorpio is what you're here to transform. Okay. And what you're here to change and kind of go from caterpillar to butterfly, be unrecognizable. So, Richard, you have like 4 placements in Scorpio. You're here to transform so many different areas of your life. The sun, how you see yourself, Mercury, how you think about yourself, like anything in Scorpio, you're here to transform that. Okay. And the way to do that is difficult with Scorpio because true transformation is not easy. Okay, not always. I wish it was, but you know, it's not always easy. And sometimes the difficult part of it actually makes it that much more purposeful. Okay. A lot of the reasons I'm passionate about things, I'm so passionate about dance because that was the only thing I had in middle school and high school when I was bullied. I was in my room alone listening to music and dancing. So my connection to dance is very personal through pain. Okay. Same with astrology. Shit. It helped me figure things out when I didn't understand life and understand why my life was going the way it was and why I didn't, get me. So that's Scorpio. Scorpio is the situations in life that challenge us, that take our control away, the situations where we're manipulated, the situations where we are betrayed, the situations where we are restricted and kind of like, you know what, I've grown out of this. And what you do after that. Okay. Scorpio energy. That's why people say Scorpios are so real because so many people know they need to change, know they should do better, know they should stand up more for themselves, but don't out of what? Scorpio, fear. Okay. Out of worry or out of stagnancy, out of no passion. Okay. And so Scorpio is about having the guts to say, you know what? No, I deserve better. I'm going to go and get that, regardless of how difficult it is, because I deserve it. Okay. That's Scorpio energy. Scorpios can be very passionate like that with something, very committed, very passionate, very even possessive, obsessed with it. Okay. But we need that energy. We need to be obsessed with our transformations to actually make it through because life is hard, y'all. And when you're really trying to upgrade and change yourself out of old patterns on top of living life, it really makes you like, hey, I don't know if I wanted to keep doing this. Okay. So you need the courage and the fight of Scorpio to keep moving through. Okay. And that's Scorpio energy. Scorpio is an amazing energy. It's difficult, but it's amazing. I wouldn't be the person I am, the dancer I am. I didn't start good. I was always in the back, not flexible. All that came through my determination. That's Scorpio. That ability to like, no, this is scary even. Facing fears is Scorpio as well. Certain things that you're nervous. And it's not necessarily saying I'm not about just like some people say like any fear is needs to be eradicated. Like if you're afraid, do it anyway. If you're scared, do it anyway. Do it scared. That to me is a little too masculine, a little too toxic masculine. Because also listen to your intuition. Fear saves us. Okay, so sometimes you could be afraid of something and it might not be right for you, or the way you're doing it might not be correct. Okay, for a long time after I was put down and stepped on for so long, I wanted to embrace more of my courage and my strength. I have Aries in the eighth house, ruled by Scorpio, so I'm here to transform my Aries energy to become more aggressive, more courageous. Okay, and it was always hard for me to do it. Like for me, if you get in an argument with me, I'm not probably gonna come at you like so. Okay, I might start with humor. Like, girl, damn, what you gotta say it like that? Don't come at me like that. Like, I'm gonna start with a little bit of humor because that's the way I grew to understand and learn Aries energy. Um, so that's with Scorpio. It can be difficult sometimes, but it is like a way to that fear I had. I always had a fear of like, oh no, I don't want to. This person pissed me off, but I'm nervous to say like how I really feel. Okay, that fear was somewhat true and somewhat not. Okay, because number one, I can't. Scorpio also shows you where you give your power away. Okay, fear gives your power away instantly. Anybody you're afraid to speak up to, anybody you're afraid to talk to, you are giving your power away to them. Okay, that is. 100% the case. Okay. And not saying we're human, we might be afraid and fearful, but if it's stopping you in your actions, it's all about the actions. I might be afraid and still do certain things, but if I'm so afraid I can't even move or do anything or speak up to someone, that's something that needs to be looked at if it's not something that is protecting me. Okay. So that's Scorpio. It's the ability to face what's real so you can get to the other side, going through it instead of around it. That's Scorpio. Okay. And we all have Scorpio in our chart. Okay. And wherever you have Pluto in the eighth house in your chart, all right, whatever sign is over your eighth house, and wherever your Pluto is, talks about the other two areas where you need to transform. Okay. Remember in the beginning of this, I said if you know the signs, you can know a lot of astrology. I just talked about if you know Scorpio, we talked about Scorpio's energy. I also said you got to look at Pluto in the eighth house, right? Why is that? That's because Pluto, the eighth house, and Scorpio all are in similar energies. The eighth house is ruled over by the eighth sign. Scorpio is the eighth sign. What planet rules over Scorpio? Pluto. Okay. So that is that energy. That's how that works out. Okay. Pluto in the 11th. Wow, you're going to transform your aspirations, transform how you achieve your goals. But also, 11th house is ruled by the 11th sign. Can somebody tell me the 11th sign in the comments? Because I'm doing a lot of teaching. I need somebody else to teach right now. What's the 11th sign in the comments? Oh my God. And we have 111 likes on the thing. That's so nice. Come on, somebody put it. Thank you, Froggy Frog. Aquarius is the 11th sign. So for you to have Pluto in the 11th house, that means you're here to transform Pluto, Aquarius things. Okay, Aquarius rules our highest vision. Okay, Aquarius season comes, and this is why astrology is so beautiful. It teaches and talks about the seasons too. When is Aquarius season, y'all? Can somebody put that in the chart? I mean, in the chat for me. When is Aquarius season? Aquarius season is. Come on, y'all. Come on, we know. There's some Aquarius in the room. So I know y'all know. January, February, thank you. January 19th, usually. About February 19th. Somewhere around that time. January 18th. It depends every year. Okay. Thank you, Froggy Frog. That's exactly right. So what is going on? Especially think about prior to modern times. If we were in a village and it is on the Eastern Hemisphere Aquarius season, January the 19th through February, how long have we not had crops? A minute, right? Okay. Because Libra season, fall, Libra, okay, brings the time of harvest. All right. This is why right now the farmers are harvesting. This is the time of harvest. Okay. Libra, Scorpio, you reap what you sow. This is why these kind of energies make sense with Libra, Scorpio, this time period. Okay. Now, Aquarius, let's say, so once we get through Scorpio season, we reaped all the harvest. Capricorn season comes, winter hits. Capricorn's the hard work. So now we're like, okay, this is back before modern times now. Because that was a lot more, modern times are just recent. But astrology's been around for thousands of years. So for thousands of years, it was like this until recently, okay? Aquarius season, let me get into it. So, thanks, Richard. I'm glad y'all like the story of how I teach astrology because this is also, if you want the fullness of this, I teach all of this. I made a whole course where I say everything I've said. It is how to learn and understand astrology in 3 hours. Okay. I put everything because also every sign and house is ruled by a certain body part. Everything. I share everything in that course. Now the course is $333. It's a little penny, but when you think about the ability you'll be able to understand all of astrology, it's not that deep. I put way more. I spent way more money on the books and the YouTubes and all that I've learned to understand astrology. So I tried to put everything I know into a course for y'all. It'd be like a great Christmas gift or something like that. Like if you really want to dive into astrology and know it, okay. Everybody who buys that course is like doesn't come back for readings anymore because they know astrology. Okay, um, that's the course to invest in. I have a lot of stuff to invest. I got free content, but if you really want to get it, that would be the course. Okay, um, but anyway, so it's cold as hell during Aquarius season. Okay, Capricorn season comes. We're putting all our, you know, herbs and stuff, herbs, the crops. You know, even any meats we have, we're salting it, trying to put it in the freezer, and you know. But by February and January, y'all, you know how many people were in famine? You know how cold it was? You know how many people were probably dying, okay, every year around this time, okay? freezing temperatures, all right? But notice what's in Aquarius season, Groundhog's Day. Aquarius is ruled over by the star card in tarot. This is how all these things connect, y'all. Okay? This is why when people say, oh my God, spirituality, that's so woo-woo. I'm like, spirituality is explaining life. Period. That's what it is. It's all connected. The card of Aquarius in tarot is about hope and inspiration, belief, and having a high aspiration and a goal for getting out of what? Restriction. I just talked about in the beginning of the live how Aquarius talks about liberation, but it's liberation after restriction. This is why Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. Saturn restricts, Uranus liberates. Okay. So during Aquarius season, the collective for a long time until modern times felt very restricted during Aquarius season. Okay. And think about Groundhog's Day, okay? Or even Candlemas. If y'all know Candlemas, I was born on Candlemas, okay? Which is why I'm all about sharing the light and the hope. Like, come on, we got it, we got it, we got it. Even though it's difficult, we're going to keep going. That's Aquarius energy. It's during the coldest time in the year, the fixed energy of winter, okay? Aquarius is the coldest time, okay? And it's about when things get very dark, do you let that drop you to the ground or do you let that pick you up? Can you have hope for the spring? That's Aquarius. Think about Groundhog's Day. Groundhog's Day was always a day I celebrate my birthday with Groundhog's Day. Okay. And that is, thank you, Sada, for the comment there. I'm pinning it. And that's Aquarian energy. Okay. So this is why a lot of Aquarius, like me included, all the Aquarius I know, did not fit in growing up. Things were very difficult. We felt very restricted growing up. Okay. Because we're the energy of Aquarius. All right. Our sun, how our life path goes, the direction of our life, your sun in Aquarius means that it starts restricted and then you end up with more liberation. Okay. I grew up Southern Baptist. I grew up closeted. I grew up in a military home. I grew up very meek, not saying anything, not speaking up. I wore Old Navy constantly, very clean, grays, navies, clean. Okay. If I go back and look at myself now from what I used to be, I didn't even tell people I danced until I went to college. I've been dancing since I was 6. I kept that a secret from 6 until 18 because I didn't want to be, I already was being bullied. I didn't want to, now you know I dance too. That was too much back in the day. Okay. So that's Aquarius. It's the area where it's cold and you have to liberate yourself. Okay. And luckily, a lot of Aquarius end up getting stuck in the trauma and not liberating and just stuck in the Saturnian energy and become very cold and very mean. Okay. But I've had to do a lot of work so that I can liberate and come to embrace the things that I was once shamed for. My queerness, my artistry, my creativity, my femininity. Okay. All these things I'm now embracing. That is healing that Aquarius energy. And then you become the water bearer. Once you've healed it, you have the wisdom, and then you pour out your wisdom of all that you went through. That's what Aquarius are here to do. Okay. And I just happen to have gone through a lot of shit, so I have a lot to pour. Let me just say, okay. So that's Aquarian energy. Yeah, Aquarius and Scorpios are beautiful together. It's a beautiful. I have a video on my TikTok and YouTube about that. It's a short video about my 2 favorite energies, not signs. I don't have a favorite sign, but my 2. Well, I do, Aquarius, but like I don't. Aside from that, but my 2 favorite energies, okay, are Scorpio and Aquarius because Scorpio is about transformation, and Aquarius is about liberation. So they work very much in tandem. Both of them are see places of restriction before breakthroughs. Okay, both of them have to be very honest with themselves to grow. Scorpio and Aquarius. Okay, it's just different. Aquarius is a little bit more about restriction from Saturn, like life is difficult and burdening you, and you want to get out. Where Scorpio, that can happen, but it's also deals with like empowerment and like people taking control over you and like fears and worries and emotions. It's more of an emotional thing versus more of a um, physical thing with Aquarius because Aquarius is masculine and Scorpio is the feminine energy. So it's more in the inner realms, like very heavy battles emotionally. That manifests everything spiritual manifests in the physical. So everything Scorpio feels ends up coming to true. It's a lot with Scorpio. But I hope this is helping y'all understand the energy. Aries is so fiery and quick and go, go, go because Aries starts spring. What if we had a slow energy start in spring? Will we get to summer? No. Okay. This is the energy. This is the astrology. It is so, so beautiful. All right. And you always have an energy that starts things. Aries is a cardinal sign, it's about starting. Then you get to Taurus, the middle of spring, Taurus season, fixed, grounded. Taurus is the bull, stubborn, grounded, because we need that grounded energy to make us through spring. Okay. Then we get to Gemini season, spring shifts to summer. All right. Gemini's the changeability. Okay. And in astrology, there's four elements, and each element has a cardinal aspect. Okay. Something that's starting, something that's holding, and something that's changing. Okay. And this also talks about life. Okay. Air is an element in astrology. Air talks about our mental. Okay. What's the cardinal air? Libra talks about cardinal air, the first energy of air. Libra talks about balance, relationships, how we relate to other people. That makes sense with communication and air and net and information. Libra being the first. You need people to connect with, okay, or things to connect with. You're not thinking anything if there's nothing opposite of you to assess. Okay, that's Libra. Then we get to Aquarius, which is the fixed energy of air, which is I know. It's about knowledge and about discovering. Okay, so once you have a relationship with something, Libra, then you assess it and understand it, Aquarius. Then you get Gemini, which is about the duplicitous and the changing and the curiosity. Now that you know something, what else do you want to know? Do you want to know that more? Do you want to share that to somebody? Okay, are you curious? Does that make you think, well, I know this now, but maybe that makes me challenge this thought? That's Gemini, the changeability of air. Okay, so each element, each sign, they all work together like life. Okay, our thoughts. We have initiation of a thought. Oh, I want to go have Thai for dinner, whatever. Then the Aquarius, let me look up the Thai restaurant. Let me look up the menu. Then Gemini rules the local environment. Let me get out and go see. Okay, this is how the astrology breaks down. It's not as woo-woo as people make it seem. That gets on my nerves. People are like, oh, I'm not into all the stars and stuff. I'm like, they're literally explaining life. It's not that deep, okay? And it actually helps you understand life more, okay? I understand life a lot more because I understand that there's Pisces, there's a need to surrender. Pisces talks about the co-creation with the divine, so that showed me, oh, okay, it's not just me here, it's the divine as well. And when I lean into that, I can see that, okay? All right? There's an area of self-worth, that's Taurus. What is your values? I can see how much someone values themselves by looking at their second house or looking at what's in Taurus or touching with what's touching with Venus. Okay, that can show that. That's why the astrology you don't necessarily need to share if your chart with everybody. Once people start really knowing the charts used to be something kept secret back in ancient times. Because if I know your chart, I know your deepest wounds. I know what your path is, how successful you can be, traumas from your childhood. Okay, fully. That's why I take my readings very seriously. It's a very vulnerable space for people. Okay, because I'm sharing things that they're like, "How did you know that?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, that I'm just getting into it." Okay, so that's why readings can be vulnerable for people because it is someone that knows your chart. Now, am I someone that is manipulative and is doing it for a negative way? No, I always try. I don't even think there's a such thing as a bad planet placement. People are like, oh my God, I have Mars in Cancer. It's a falling placement. I have Mars in Cancer, and I actually think it's a superpower. Okay. People are like, oh, I have a sun in Aquarius. The sun doesn't like to be in Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius with my sun in Aquarius, and I've worked to enhance that sun energy so it works better. Okay. There's no alignment that is bad. Everything is just needs work. Okay. Mars doesn't necessarily like to be in Cancer because Cancer is about the home and being at home, listening to your emotions, and only doing things when it feels right. Mars is the warrior. So you see how that kind of doesn't work out? Like, what if the warrior, we're at war, and he's like, I'm sorry, I can't, like, I'm not feeling it. You get what I'm saying? That is Mars and Cancer. That happens to me a lot in my life, you know, and now I had to fit my life around my placement. Instead of trying to force myself to work and force myself to, oh, thank you, Sada, for seeing that in the chat. Once I start going, I'm not looking at the comments. The trolls in the chat, but Um, dang it, no, I lost my thought. See, that's what happens. I get on a track and then I'm like, ooh. But dang it, what was I just saying? The elements, life, it's not that woo woo. The placements. Um, I don't remember what I was saying now. Dang it. Mars and Cancer. Thank you so much. That's exactly what I'm looking. There we go. Any placement can be difficult. Okay. Or not difficult. They can read it as difficult, but you can work through it. Okay. I have Mars and Cancer. So someone that has Mars and Capricorn, the opposite side, they can get up and do the same thing every day. They can be effective. Boom, boom, boom. Capricorn is systemic. Okay. They're up. Boom, boom, boom. I have Mars and Cancer. I've never been that. Even as a dancer, they would be having hella energy, and I only had energy certain days. Okay. So I had to make my routine fit that. Now my schedule is I get to wake up whenever I want. Okay. I get to set the readings for when I want to set the readings. Now, of course, I have readings and I don't change my reading time, but like at least I set the time. I don't have readings until 11 o'clock every day because I need to wake up, do my spiritual routine, stretch, do my thing, and then I can. And also, I can have time if I wake up moody with Mars and Cancer. You get what I'm saying? Like Mars and Gemini, exactly. You feel me? Gemini is changeable, it's shifting. So, and a lot of people aren't going to work fives. 9 to 5 is ruled by Capricorn, capitalism. That's why it sounds so similar. Capital, the top. Okay. And it's not saying Capricorn energy is capitalism. Okay. Capitalism is like a of Capricorn energy. Okay. It's trying to get power and wealth from like lack mentality, but in scarcity. Okay. But Capricorn energy is that somebody with Mars and Cap has that ability to get up and keep moving and keep moving. My sister's wife is a Cap rising, Cap moon. And they get excited when they work 10-hour shifts. They're like, I got to work a 12-hour shift. I'm like, are you excited about that? How are you excited? Now, can get excited doing astrology like that because I can be up sometimes. I'll be doing readings from like I wake up doing readings from like 11 to like 4-ish, and then I do a video or something like that, post a video, and then I'm editing content. I can be up till 3 in the morning, so I'll be working for a long period of time if it's my passion, Mars and Cancer. If I feel like it, if it's something that makes me feel good. But corporate never made me feel that good. Okay. Whereas somebody that has the Capricorn energy, they may not necessarily like the corporate, but they at least have the energy of that, like up and going, up and going. Okay. So that is, and it depends with your Mars. It's about your energy levels. Wherever your Mars is, talks about your energy levels. When you spoke about the intimacy of knowing a birth chart, I saw a family member doing my birth chart. Makes a lot of sense how much he was. Ooh, yeah. If they knew about your like astrology and they saw your chart and saw all those Scorpio placements, they not only would know you're powerful, but also know that you could probably see into them. Okay, that's why I'm not gonna ever tell y'all my full birth chart. Sorry, you're not gonna know. Because before I knew, my chart is very powerful and it rare, I'll say. Come on, Mars and fellow Mars and Cancer. Mars is in Cancer right now. We're in our Mars return for until April. It's gonna be crazy. Um, and Yeah, I don't really share my chart with many people at all. I'll talk about placements and things, but I'm not just going to give some of my chart to assess over a long amount of time. If you like studied my videos long enough, you'll be able to know my chart. Like it's not that deep, because no one's gonna be able to do anything to me by my chart. Like they'll just know me, you know. But that is, yeah. Keep your charts a little bit personal. The full chart. You can tell people their planets and stuff and that kind of stuff. But I even can tell if you tell me you have, you know, Scorpio rising or whatever your rising sign is, then I know where every sign is. You get what I'm saying? Oh, you're a projector, Froggy. That's cool. I'm a manifesting generator. So you tell me you have Scorpio rising, and you say you're a Taurus. Okay, so that means your sun's in the seventh house because Scorpio rising, the opposite would be Taurus. Like I can see still a lot. Okay. You ask your friends and family because I just want to get to know them better. Nobody really asked me. Aw. But it's okay. Hey, Lindsay, welcome in. But it's okay. It's okay that you shared it with people before. And again, this is not, if you're sharing with someone you trust, that's fine. But just back in ancient times, people did not share their chart because, it could be used against them. Yes, fellow Gemini moon. Yeah, we have some we love to share. And you got the Mars with Gemini there. Oh my gosh. I mean, that Gemini Mars is going to amplify that even more. Any impulse you get to share, you're going to blah, blah, blah. Yeah, fellow Gemini moons. I need to make videos for my Gemini moons because um, it's just it's tough out here for us. People don't trust us all the time because we do talk a lot, or people don't value what we say because we're saying so many words. And also with that Gemini moon energy, it is oh hey, what's up? Thanks for the compliment. And I'm gonna get into some placements in a second. Um, but yeah, Gemini moon is very, very interesting because the amount of times I know and I can tell that people are done with me talking. Like I'll be so excited and I'll like send like a GIF, like, oh my god, I love you. And they won't respond. I'm like, what the heck? You know? That's Gemini moon. I was never in trouble in school, but just for talking. That was what I was always getting in trouble for. Chatting, talking. I'm gonna have to move you. I always was being moved, but I knew everybody. I would talk to anybody, so they never could really, you know. You love the feeling of coming into Pluto and Aquarius. I'm vibing with it too. It's just I'm feeling also the end of Pluto and Capricorn. It's so heavy. Oh my god. Yes, Bong Team. Yeah, it is the Gemini placements. We cannot help it. It's crazy. We can't help it. It's just we're literally the messenger. We're here to share and keep things going. Talk more about the rapture. Let's get into it. So, one thing we need to talk about with the rapture, it's not. If you Google the meaning of rapture, it actually means like extreme divine joy. Okay, and it's a time when it's been spoke about in astrology, the Bible, all ancient texts. There will come a time when the back will move to the front, when the kingdom will be on earth, when there will be an awakening, a new level of awakening in the collective. And that time was reported for the age of Aquarius, which we are moving into now. So this is the energy of the rapture when people that have been going against the divine, okay, so going against love, going against compassion, going against patience, people that are out here just being extremely toxic. Oh, thanks, Lorraine. Um, this is their time of a lot of crazy, okay, and it hasn't happened in a long time. This only comes around once every like, ooh, come on, caught up in the rapture of love. You know, Anita Baker is actually my aunt, my great aunt. Um, my family's the Bakers. My my great grandma's last name was Baker. Like that whole side. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. And Adita Baker's a fellow Aquarius as well. Okay. Isn't yeah, she's everything. I've only met her a couple times. Um but I don't know, I don't know her like that. Uh-uh. She's not really much with the like I'm estranged from my family, so she also is estranged. Like now she don't hang with that side too much. Oh my god, I love when y'all get into cranes. My name is Crane. I don't know if y'all know that. I say the water bears too, but like like people call me Crane. Um, yep. She's like my great aunt, but like that's kind of far. Um, but yeah, the Bakers, honey, the Bakers. Um, let me see. Yeah, anytime I like people say they like my singing, even though I'm not a singer, I can hum. But when they're like, "Oh, you don't sound too bad," I'm like, "I got some singers. I got a singer in my blood." I also have another one. I don't know if you remember her. Her name is Tiffany. Not Paula. That's not her name. Not Tiffany Paula, y'all. Tiffany Evans, I think is her name. Um, it's a very distant cousin from Florida. She was on. I don't know if you remember Tiffany Evans back in the day. She was on that TV show, that singing show. Um, yeah, that's on my granddad's side, on my mom's side, both on my mom's side. But yeah, Tiffany Evans. Yeah, she's related to me as well. But she's even further distant than Nita Baker. But yeah, there's some singers in the fam. That the oldies but the goodies. I don't know if you were here on my live like 2 lives ago. I was playing nothing but oldies. Like literally, we were going in on a whole like OJ's, Prince, Janet, like New Edition, Johnny Gill. Like we were going in. Okay. Yeah, I love music so much. That is my highest love language is music. Okay. Um, yes. Yeah, we're fine. Maybe we'll end with that, end with some turn up with some music. It just seems so dark. It's crazy that it's like not even 9 o'clock. It feels like it's 10 o'clock. Um, Do I have a favorite moon sign? Favorite is a big word, but let me think about it. I love Gemini moons. Love Gemini moons. Love Leo moons. Um, I really vibe with Pisces moons. Let me see. This I usually kind of mess with. I don't mind a lot of them, honestly. Let me see the ones I don't like. Taurus moons can be a little bit too grounded for me. Like I'm always learning and moving and like shifting. So I can be a little bit with Taurus moons. Gemini moons again, I love. Cancer moons, I love Cancer moons, but it's only if our energy works out. Because as an Aquarius, I can offend, like I can be very blunt, you know, and I end up like offending my Cancer friends or my Cancer moon friends, and I don't even mean it. Like I really don't even mean it. Okay, not saying blunt, but just kind of like I don't know, just kind of moving, like saying I'm an Aquarius, so we kind of can be a little bit, you know. Let me see. And no shade to Cancer moons, love y'all, but like, and the moon was ruled by Cancer. It's a very strong placement, but I just, yeah, it could be too touchy for me. Sometimes it's a little bit, they're a little bit too, and I hate saying people are too sensitive. Like I have Mars in Cancer. I have Cancer energy too. I have my moon at the top of the sky in my chart, so I'm very moony. So I'm very moody as well, but like sometimes it's too much with the Cancer moons. I'm like, y'all, we really need to. We're doing too much. A little bit too much. Leo moons love. Virgo moons I work with. Virgo moons can be okay. 'Cause I'm Virgo rising. Libra moons. I don't really mess with Libra moons too much. I think that a lot of them are very um, have some superficiality to them. A little bit of superficiality. No shade to Libra moons. Like y'all are beautiful people, but I just noticed some of my friends that were Libra moons because of how their mother like taught them about relationships. My mother's a Libra moon, and like the depth, the ability to like go deep, not really there. It's a lot of like sweeping things under the rug, telling people what you want them to hear, and I don't like that energy. I'm not that at all. I'm very much let's just speak about it. It's not that deep. Let's just get it out. Let's not, you know, do all that. Okay. Because I have a lot of Scorpio and Aquarius, so I can see through it. I can literally see that you want to tell me something different, but you're just trying to say this. Like, that's the only thing with Libra moons. I love their ability with aesthetic. I love their ability with like earthly things, you know, but actually on a deep, deep level, like a relationship with Libra moons, that's the only reason it doesn't work with me and them that much. Scorpio moons, love, even though it's a tough placement, it just is very powerful though. Okay, a lot of power that can come from that Scorpio moon, but it does talk a lot about a lot of loss and a lot of pain that you feel. But Pluto disempowers so that you can get more empowered. Okay, Scorpios are some of the most empowered and confident and powerful, strong, resilient people in the zodiac. Okay, Scorpio placements. Sag moons, I can vibe with, but Sag moon's a little bit distant for me. Like I feel like Sag moons, like one of my close friends is a Sag moon, and I don't know. I guess I have a lot of fixed energy as an Aquarius, that kind of thing. Like I like a little bit of consistency, even though I like change, but I like Sag moons. My friends, they'll be gone. I won't hear from them for like 9 months, and a little bit like that. I don't really like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang. Even though Aquarius, we disappear all the time, okay? But let me disappear. Don't disappear. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cat moons, I vibe with because my moon is in Gemini, but it's also in the 10th, so it's very cat like. Love cat moons, very hard workers, very grounded. The bosses, very boss energy. Really, really cool people, very grounded people. I always tell cat moons I would rob a bank with them. Not that I would ever rob a bank, but like that saying, like I can trust cat moons in that kind of things. Yes, Froggy Frog with the cat moon. Love cat moons. I always my past two partners were cat moons. I don't know why I keep attracting cat moons. Love cat moons. Aquarius moon, love Aquarius moon. I'm an Aquarius, so I love that. And then Pisces moon, I said I don't mind that at all. My poor son has a Pisces in moon, South Node Chiron. Ooh, South Node Pisces with the Chiron. My sister has Pisces moon. It's not a terrible alignment. It just means that the emotions can be a bit lost. But Pisces moons, wherever you have Pisces, is where you need to surrender and trust that the divine has your back. Okay, so with your son, they need to really help them jump into A lot of work with them on surrendering when things don't make sense and being patient with things. Yeah, big heart, definitely. Um, and then as well, Lindsay, I do offer as well a course, Astrology for Parents and Teachers, where I show and break down, like, as a parent, how can you parent the best based on your chart, okay, and based on different alignments and knowing your kids' charts as well. I talk about the parent side and also the children. So you can look at your children's chart, and I talk about the placements and how to help with that. So if that is interesting to all of the parents out there, check out my site under my courses, because I offer a course. I think it's like $55 or 66, something like that. Astrology for Parents and Teachers. Like, I teach dance, and that helped me so much with teaching. Um, Oh, thank you, Brand. Hey, fellow Aquarius, yay. But that helps me so much with teaching. When I understood, like, the breakdown of teaching and children and the relationship, you can see a lot with that and understand that, and how to basically help each child based on their placements. Because my parents told me to shut up a lot, and I have Gemini moon, like in Gemini placements. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be up here sharing information. If I shut up, none of y'all would be on the live. We would be talking about this, you know. So that is that energy. It's good to know the energy of your children, okay, and especially yourself with the children. Also, how you parent. All right. Like, I have Capricorn fifth house, so when I work with kids, I can be a little stern. Okay, Capricorn. I can be kind of that, like, tough teacher. I'm fun. I'll be laughing with them, but I literally will. No, that was not good enough. Do it again. What was that, girl? You said you wanted to win, and you doing that? Do it again. Like, I'll laugh with it, but, like, that is. I'm very grounded. Okay. So, all right, y'all. Notice in the TikTok there are like 7 questions that just all came in at one time. Okay. Now, and just wanted to mention, I said it before, but the information I share is not just basic, quick astrology. I can't just regurgitate it out like that. It's deep. So I can't answer 7 questions. Okay. So anytime I start talking about placements, I want to talk about some placements, but I'm not going to be able to just. This is not the time to put everybody's placements in, because come on, that's just not fair to me. I'm sorry. I'll do some. I'll do the ones I see, but, like, I feel pressure. I feel pressure trying to answer everybody's. It just stresses me out. Let me see. Let me see what I saw, and let me go to YouTube for a little bit. Aries moon, yes, Aries moons I vibe with. With Aries moon, the moon is how you get your emotions validated, how you feel emotionally validated. So I'm not gonna explain this to y'all. I need y'all to research that, okay? But look at your sign, fill up that sign's energy, and that helps you to fill up your emotional cup. Okay, if anybody's not doing the sign of your moon, like anybody that, like my ex, anytime that we were going through anything and I communicated too much, he would shut down and say, I don't want to hear that, I don't want to read that, I don't want to talk about that. We're going to talk about it. I have Gemini placements and my moon's in Gemini, so the only way I feel better is through communication. You get what I'm saying? So this is the moon. Okay, so Aries moon, you can interpret that. Like, look up and learn what Aries energy is. What are things and qualities of Aries? It could take you 30 seconds, guaranteed. Okay, and then you can learn those, and then those things like Aries. One of them is working out. Okay, by doing those things, it helps pick up your mood. Okay. Um, so hopefully that helps. I'm not answering the moon signs right now, y'all. Okay. The moon is, yes, emotion sada, and your emotional, how you nurture yourself, what makes you feel emotionally validated. Okay. Whatever sign that is, or alignments. Okay. To the moon as well. But look it up. I don't want to see, no, what's my moon? Do my moon? No. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. Okay. I'm giving y'all some deep shit. People are not going to tell you about the moon being the emotional validation point. They'll say, oh, it's your moodiness, your emotions, and it's not that, really. It's actually, that's the 4th house. But the moon is how you get your emotions, how you get that, like, I'm out of water. This is when my Gemini moon is low. People aren't listening to me. I'm not able to communicate. I'm not journaling. I'm not singing. I'm not doing the Gemini. When I sing and journal and talk, that fills this cup up. Okay, so that's how you get and understand that moon energy. Okay, and that's as much as I'm gonna get. That's a big tip. That's a lot of information, y'all. I literally just said how to fill yourself up emotionally. Do you understand how valuable that is to know? Okay, when you're down, this is how you fill yourself back up. The moon with the sign. Okay, so that's why I'm not about to tell you that and then tell everybody signs. Like I just gave you priceless information, and you want me to go through all the 12 signs for free? No, I'm sorry. That's like $500 worth of information right there. If you really apply it and really learn like deep about it, then you can check in with yourself. Anytime I start getting moody or down, I check in with myself. Okay, Gemini Moon, what do we need to do right now to get myself back? Boom. Okay. And it saved my life. Now I know, you know. Oh, thanks, Bob. Cancer Moon, when I cry and express myself, creates. Boom. Thank you. That is it. Thank you, Midlight Purple. I live for the interpretations. You already interpreted it, flipped it back at me. That's it. That's tea. That's tea. So hopefully this is helping y'all with the astrology tea. Giving y'all some astrology tea. I'm gonna go soon, maybe in the next like 10, 15 minutes or so, because I don't have any water and I'm starving. I mean, starving, y'all. I don't have any water and I'm starving. I don't have any water and I'm thirsty. Okay, but I also am kind of hungry too, so that could be why I said that little Freudian slip there. J Fam. My ex was a Gemini moon, but he was a Cap sun. Ooh, okay. He would let me talk, but he would beat me down for 4 minutes. These YouTube lives, it like just stays up for a second. It's so annoying. After 4 minutes, he was like, "Okay, be quiet." Aquamoon. Okay, Gemini moon and Aquamoon does work out, but yeah, Gemini moon can be very. Um, that's also kind of how Geminis can manipulate. Like every energy can be good and bad and stuff like that too. Okay, um, like this is, Geminis can get like that, where we're the only ones that want to be heard, which is not a good thing. Gemini moons can be very beautiful people that help others feel heard, but if we're, just not healed in our energy and from our childhood, yeah, inner child healing as well. If you haven't healed the inner child, the lower frequencies, the lower energies of that sign are going to come out. I was very vicious in my words until I healed a lot of my inner child. Okay, I can be vicious if needed. All right, I'm all about heal the shadow, but if you need to bring that shadow back in time. Okay. Power tap. Let's see what's tea. Let's see what's tea. Let's get power tap for the last 10 minutes. Um, and yeah, if you're into YouTube, give it a like, give it a like. But I hope y'all are enjoying this. It's like a deep rundown, a little astrology, tea. I'm Gemini rising, so I understand, but he was just intimidated by the amount of. Oh, that's tea. That's tea. Clock it. Clock it. Okay. And Aquarius, are you Aquarius, just Aquarius moon? Or are you Aquarius sun too? And Gemini rising? Because mm, that's powerful. And that's on period, says Bond. Yes. That's on period. Wow, we're almost at 20K, y'all. That's pretty good. Yes. And it's not even that many people in here. Like, I'm so happy. Well, 15 is cute. I'm glad we got we're chat. I don't need that many people. But I'm saying, like, to have this many likes, y'all been liking. Okay. Um, oh, wow. You have a lot in Aquarius. Let's go. Okay. So that's why your name is Aquarius, because for real. Yes, fellow water bearer. I love to see it. Love to see it, honey. Hmm. And it's all in the night. So the more you just have faith in yourself through the craziness of being an Aquarius, the more it's up. Okay, now I'm trying to charge the phone, y'all, and it's just kind of having a little bit of issue, so just give me a sec. I'm also going to play a little bit of music. We're going to listen to like 3 songs in a sec to leave. I want to leave y'all with a little bit of energy, just in case people are going through it. It's a little bit difficult time period right now, so I want to make sure I'm lifting the vibes for y'all. Just gave y'all some information to study, and now we're going to pick up the vibes, yes? Now, this may be interesting. I want to know something, y'all, because I honestly, my heart is broken right now. My heart is really broken. Okay. As you give me the heart badge, I want to know something. What is going on with the amount of women that don't want men that are bi? What's going on? I did not realize it was an issue. And then I made a video yesterday about DL men because it's crazy. Like, it's too much with the DL men. There's so many closeted men, and it's like, very toxic. Okay, every day I leave, I'm getting like hit on by the closeted men. Okay, but the bi man, that is something that I got so many ladies coming to me like, and saying, it's just straight for me. Like, don't be mad because this is my preference. And I made a video about it today, talking about that. But I'm wondering why they don't get that that's not just a preference. You know what I mean? You know who also told me that? Like, and when I was just getting into dating in New York, there were a lot of people that said, "Oh, I don't date black men. That's just my preference." I'm like, bitch, it's not like a preference of fries or chips. Like, no, that is extremely problematic. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Um, and so there's so many ladies like, no, I'm all the support of the LGBTQ community, but my man better not be bi. And I'm like, why? You know what I mean? And I mean, I know what I think I know why because I made my video and shared like 3 reasons why a lot of women say that. But even after explaining it to them, like, okay, I know a lot of women have insecurities about men cheating, and they think because of society that men with men is more promiscuous and that men with men is more dangerous or more like health risk and stuff like that, um, which is not the case. Okay, being someone in the community. Okay, and the thing is, I'll tell people that and they're like, no, it is the case. I'm like, you just can't tell people shit sometimes. Okay, because none of my gay friends are out here doing that crazy stuff, and I've got a few. Okay, so and I know the community there are some. Okay, but that's not it's not all the girls out here. Okay. And so a lot of women don't want bi men. I'm thinking because they think that they'll cheat with men because they think that bi men are more promiscuous. Saw a comment one lady was saying, I'm already nervous of my man cheating with women. I don't want to double that with women and men. And I'm like, why are you assuming your partner's gonna cheat? You get what I'm saying? That's also something in the spiritual we need to look at. Okay. You can even see that in the astrology. Let's get into it. Okay. If you are being cheated on, and this has happened to me in the past, I'm not saying I've never been cheated on. I was cheating myself before I got cheated on. Do you get what I'm saying? You only attract what you are. Okay, so all these women that are so mad at me, especially, even when I go um, out, I don't get shade from nobody but straight women. That anytime a man looks at me and they notice, they're mad at me because I pick some of his attention. And I'm like, this is just too much. It's really, really crazy. And then as well, they'll say things like, um, what else were they commenting on? They were talking about the promiscuity, thinking that they were saying like, I want my man to be in the video I posted to it. They were like, I want my man to be healthy. I'm like, so you saying you don't want to date a bi man because you want a healthy man? Do you? And then you're saying you're not homophobic. Like, do you understand how problematic that sounds? And they don't. I don't get it. They're not realizing that it's sounding really problematic. I'm like, you just literally said you want a healthy man. That's why you want a straight one? So the queers, we're not out here healthy? What's going on? And the straight men are healthy? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Okay. The comments don't make sense. Okay. They really don't make any sense. And it was so many of them, y'all. I deleted over 20 comments and I only got 50 comments. So literally almost half were women coming at me like, don't tell us who to date. And like, I can date just a straight man if I want to date just a straight man. But I'm like, on the surface, that sounds fine. But when you look at a bi man is into men and women. And the attraction of the bi man's attraction to a woman is it different than a straight man's attraction to a woman? No, the attraction is the same. Okay. So what are we doing? That froggy frog cheaters will cheat. If that's the issue and you having issues with cheating, let's just say that. Okay? Because it's not different. You know what I mean? Like people they try to refer it to me. Well, would you date a bi man? I'm like, hell yeah. As long as he's know what's going on here. As long as he's faithful to me, it doesn't matter. He's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, okay, if you cheat on me, then you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Then that ends that problem. But as long as you're faithful to me, what would be the difference? I wouldn't really know you. I wouldn't care about your sexuality because you're with me and you're not going anywhere. You get what I'm saying? Like, but the people, I guess they just assume all men, like they kept saying that men cheat. And I'm like, you're saying this to a man that has never cheated, ever. My father never cheated. Watch him married over 30 years. Never. Okay. I know many men that don't. All right. But if you're around that mindset and you keep thinking that this is what's the case, that's what you're going to attract. You're expecting it. And then also, let's get even deeper into that. You attract what you are. I stopped attracting men that cheated on me once I stopped cheating on myself. Okay. Once I stopped playing myself, putting myself down, when I started seeing myself in a bigger light, becoming more confident in myself, fully honoring who I really was, I'm not cheating myself anymore. So I haven't met anybody that has cheated on me since. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of these people are mad and thinking their man's cheating all the time. And yeah, your man might be. But what in you is are you like what is it called? Are you faithful to yourself? You know, with work, are you faithful to yourself? With your family, are you faithful to yourself? With your health, are you faithful to yourself? Otherwise, if not, you're going to attract unfaithfulness. That's just how it is, you know? So it's crazy, y'all. And I'm sure on the video I just posted, there's going to be some more comments. Usually I just delete them, but there were so many. And I was like, and ladies commenting on each other's exactly, exactly. And I'm like, all of y'all are wrong. And I don't even like telling people that, but like, you're hurting people by these statements. And then people are wondering why it takes men so long to come out of the closet. Mm, okay. Now, do I think men need to be in the closet? No. Okay. But as someone who was back in the day until I was 20, all right, it's difficult sometimes, okay, because of the standards. And then especially if I'm gay, but if I was a bi man and every woman I went to was like, no, I don't want you, you're bi. If I want a woman, then what would I do? I would then say, no, I'm not, I'm straight. This is why you have all this DL shit going down. Now, a lot of DL men are, I don't know the majority. We can't say, what is it? You know, if you're DL, you could be bi, you could be gay, you could be pan, whatever, okay? But you're just not fully straight, okay? And lying about it, all right? But it's just very, very interesting to me, okay? Very interesting. And the thing is, I just thought it was a lot of homophobia from men. Like, I only usually get, you know, I get negative looks from women. And some have told me this because I do femininity better than they do, and I'm like, girl, don't be jealous. We got to be embracing it all, abundance mindset. Okay, but the homophobic stuff I do get from men, every time someone that's a man says something homophobic to me in public, when I tell you within that same time frame, they're also offering their number to me or trying to hit on me in some way, it is hilarious. So now I know anybody screaming homophobic statements is extremely dealing, they're just projecting onto me what they do to themselves and their own sexuality. Okay. It happens weekly, y'all, weekly. Okay, and if I was actually not an introvert and actually kind of out in the city more, it would happen daily. Okay, it's crazy, literally crazy. I will be in a restaurant or something, at a fast food place, anything, and I'm in a line just chilling with my headphones on. Here goes a dude, you know, or that's happened to me before. A family, and the father notices the son is looking at me because maybe I'm just behind him in the line. Maybe he likes the music I'm listening to. Maybe he likes my rings. Who knows? Who gives a fuck? And then the dad has to make some homophobic comment like, "Oh, don't look at him. Like, you know, you don't want to be like him." And I'm just rolling my eyes like, whatever. Because, and then that same dad, why when I went in the bathroom and it was just me and him, he's like, "Hey, how's it going? I like you. You have a cute look to you." And I'm like, bitch, you just told me, you just shamed me in front of your fucking son. And now you telling me I'm cute and you want to get to know me? Like, what? What? Within 5 minutes. Like, this is how the world is sometimes, y'all. Like, it really is. The ones that spew the most hate really have that within. People that's like fat shaming, they have a lot of issues with their body and overcritical, so they got to critique everybody else. Somebody critiquing your intelligence, they don't think they're smart. Okay, it's really all just projections back out. So with these ladies, you know, I'm like, if y'all are this queer phobic, this must mean that there's a lot of ladies that really need to be bi out here that aren't. You get what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm thinking. Because why else would y'all be so triggered And also, if you're attracting all these bi men and you don't want them, maybe it's because you are that. You get what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, as a gay man, I do not think of my gay identity much at all. Because it's not that deep. It's just something that I'm attracted. Like, it just talks about what I'm attracted to in a person, in, like, sexually with the person, or relationship wise with the person. You know what I mean? I want to have a relationship with the man. That is, I'm not out here every day like I'm gay. Oh, what is it like in a gay life? No, but when I was super focused on that, when I was in the closet. So notice the people anytime I jump on live stream, it's gonna be about 3 or 4 people commenting gay, homo, like, because they see me. Okay. But the funny thing is, little do they know, I used to be them. So I'm literally laughing like, so you like me, I see. Okay, that's what you really are saying. That's really what it is. Okay. It happens all the time and it's fun. Even in, like, on the trains. Um Last year I had a job where I took the train and I was on the train every day, or not every day, I didn't work the job every day, but was it two or three times a week? At the time when high school got out. Okay, so I would be on the train with a lot of high schoolers, and that's when it's a lot of insecurity in high school. Basically, every other day, I would have someone, like a girl, guy, anyone from high school, laughing at me. Maybe I'm sitting with my legs crossed, or ooh, it smells fruity in here, and they're like looking at me. I always bust out laughing and just look, and I'm like, I used to say comments like that before I came out of the closet, and then just look away, and they like die. They're like stuck, and I'm like, clocked you. You thought I would be like, what? What? I'm gonna call you out on your actually what you're really doing. Okay. I'm like, oh, I used to bully people too before I really accepted my sexuality. How cute. That's how you gotta hit people. What's up, intimacy with the divine? Hope you're doing well. That's how you gotta hit people. But I'm glad that, like, y'all understand in the chat. Y'all the real ones, because the comments had me literally nervous. Last night I literally went to sleep worried for the world. I was literally like, I'm out here as a girl's girl. Like, I really be trying to. I pour into everybody, but, like, I really share a lot. 85% of my clients are women, and I'm here for y'all, like, for real, all the time. Okay, I have 2 sisters. Like, I don't. This is, and I'm like, I don't know. Me and the girls, like, that's just it. I basically only have girlfriends. I don't really any guy I have. We're dating. Any friend that was a guy ended up trying to date me. So, like, that doesn't work out. Okay, so I'm here for the girls. But then I found out all the girls talking about, oh, I love the LGBT community, but then after that they say something very homophobic, biphobic, queerphobic. I'm like, are all my followers like homophobic and following me? But no, not y'all. Okay, it was just randos commenting. Okay, um, yeah, go ahead and watch back. It's two. There's 2 videos that I made. There's one that I said about the epidemic of GL men, because that is true. My singleness keeps continuing because every man that comes up, I'm wishing is gay or bi. I'm like, pan somebody, but they literally come up like, man, I just love your vibe. Like, I never really do this, but, like, could I get your number? Like, I just want to. And I'm like, this happens all the time. I do not know. I'm good. Or they try to come and be like nervous with it, like, hey, like, I like your legs, I like your arms, and, like, I like, do you work out? You work around here? You need, like, a workout buddy? Like, I love working out. And I'm like, that's not what you want to do. Like, why? I don't know. It's really scary. So I made a video about that, because did we make it? Oh my God, we did 25K. Come on, y'all. We went up like 7K. Yes. Thank you, Sada, for starting that. That's so beautiful. Anytime I get into the chat, I get distracted, though. I just forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so the first video is about that, the epidemic of closeted men that we got to talk about. Okay, and it's not that I'm literally shaming closeted men like I used to be one. I really feel bad. Like, I really think that now it sucks that they sit here and, try to bully me, and then low key afterwards want to get my pants. That's aggravating. But it sucks. It sucks that society is this restrictive around sexuality and the energy in general. Okay. It is really extremely limiting, and just very, as somebody that is out and also knows spirituality deep, it is something that is very, like, I don't know. It just makes me like laugh at people. I'm like, are you really this simple? Like, not to say like that. I don't mean to sound mean, but like, some people really are out here lost in the sauce. Okay, and I'm not saying I got it all together. We all a little bit lost. It's fine to be a little bit lost, but like some people really are doing something and then saying they're not, and then their explanation is them literally doing it. And I'm like, do I need a podcast, y'all? I really people keep telling me I need a podcast, but I'm like, I have videos. Like I feel like people want to see me more than hear me, or is that just my fifth house Leo energy saying that I need a podcast? Really? Let me go to the YouTube. Thank you, Froggy Frog. My best bi friend is Polly. She's extremely respectful. Exactly. We need more information about that. More people talking about respectful bi people, because people are just crazy. I think it's a deep rooted fear with women, and most women are ready for that conversation. They've not had to think of that. It is a lot of fear. It is. You make them uncomfortable because they are curious and ashamed as fuck. Okay, yeah, that is definitely with the men. Yeah, the amount of men that I make, you know, erect very fast in public is insane, insane. And I'm a guy, so I can tell when you are getting excited because that's we do the same things, like probably try to maneuver and stuff. I can tell, and it is insane. I'm like, what? And I'm a guy, like my stuff don't be up all the time like that. Like it takes a good bit of thought to get homie, moving. So I'm like, y'all be really repressed, okay? But that's how I was before I came out of the closet. And I'm hoping I'm sharing this with y'all so y'all know the tea. Before I came out, even just a long eye contact with the guy like got me off. You get what I'm saying? So that's why these DL men, like, they don't need much from guys sometimes. Like, they're not always out here effing everybody like people think. A lot of DL men are really scared still and are just like these guys in the bathroom coming to me and asking me random shit. Just by me responding, it gets them excited. You get what I'm saying? Like, that is enough for them. I've had so many times where people at work like let's say I'm going and I'm at the bodega getting some food, and I notice the guy's a little bit, you know, liking me or whatever, and trying to act like, oh bro, like they try to get extra hard when they are attractive or attracted to me, and then he'll be handing me something, and then like his finger will touch and he'll like hold it, and I'm like, give me my shit. Like, why are you? What is going on? Like, it's just weird. Like, but that I remember those times when I was closeted and just like being near a man that I was attracted to, but like I'd be thinking about it for days. You know what I'm saying? So like it is a epidemic of the DL man, and it's so sad. Like I just wish more people would just be like, it's good, it's okay, it's not that deep. Like, but my whole family, my mother's side doesn't talk to me because I'm what? Yay. Okay, so and what's funny is me and both my other sisters. I have two lesbian sisters as well. So my family really got it. Okay, and they stop talking to us. But the funny thing is, okay, just a little bit of tea. Each one of them that stopped talking to us, they all have stories about the things that they've done with other people in other sexualities. That's the thing. It's really the people that are shaming that really actually are the most gay or the most repressed in their sexuality. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's really crazy. Family members and stuff like shaming me, but like also, why do you have a boner every time I'm around? You know, it's crazy. But also, my chart it speaks of this. I have Lilith conjunct the descendant of relationships. That's my whole, a big part of my path with Lilith there. I'm here to trigger people, okay? Because Lilith is the irresistibility. It's the depth with deepness within you, okay? Anybody with Lilith on the descendant, anytime or Lilith in Libra, it's not as strong as Lilith conjunct the descendant, but it's still strong. Anytime I'm around anybody, even since I was young, I pull up deep within whatever they are a little bit nervous to feel. Okay, in my clients, a lot of ladies, it's a lot of confidence and a lot of belief. There's certain things they're like, I don't know, and I'm like, girl, and we get into us for the chart. They're like, by the end, they're like, yes, like I believe in it now. Let's go. That's Lilith. It pulls up whatever is deep within. Okay, but if it's you with men, it's usually their sexual desires that I'm feeling, okay, and pulling up, okay, and it's aggravating because it's every day, literally every day. I can't go. It's rare. I love going into stores when there's like a homie like older guy that's like kind of like giving dad vibes. That's how you know a man is really straight. The dad vibes. Okay. Anybody giving dad vibes, straight. Straight. Dads treat me so well. And that's the thing. True straight men treat gay men beautifully. Okay. Not sexually, but just very sweet, very kind. Just how they would treat women. You know, like it's very respectful. There's no nothing. And also, when a straight man looks at me, he looks and looks away. Period. Just how when I look at a girl, I'm like, oh, a woman. I'm looking, look away. Unless you got something fabulous on, then I'm like, girl, where'd you get that? Like, let's go. But I'm not looking like, damn. Like, I'm not. I've never looked at a woman and said, damn, ever in my whole life. Okay. Even when I was trying to date women, I literally was mad that she wanted to do more than hold hands. Okay. I was like, girl, holding hand is enough. I should have known, y'all. I should have known way earlier. I mean, I knew, but you know the deal. But yeah, yeah. It is an interesting road out here, y'all. There's a lot more people that are in a confused place with their sexuality than we know or want to talk about. Okay. And I have all the inside scoop because people can't hide, you can't hide your emotions from people. People try to, but you can't. On my placements, I have some deep placements. I can feel it. And I have two sisters that are lesbians. So anytime we go out in public, it happens all the time. The last time we were hanging together, it happened every time we were out at dinner. It'll be a couple, the man's looking at me, the girl looking at my sister. What is going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, unless that couple's both bi, that's cool. But usually that's not the case. It's really crazy. I'm not a person that says everybody, no. No. I literally, my belief, this is just me personally, I think it's 25% fully gay, 25% fully straight, 50% of all in betweens and ups and downs and pansexuals, bisexuals, asexuals, all of that. The majority of people are diverse. Okay. And then you got like I'm a golden girl. Like my sister literally is a doula and she was showing me she's doing something with the placenta and I almost vomited. I was like, girl, I don't want to see nothing down there. I'm sorry. I'm good. Okay. And she was like, why? And I was like, girl, that's like me saying, talking about some balls and stuff. And she's like, ooh, yeah, I don't want to hear about balls. Like, she's a lesbian. So, like, you know, I'm not, no, not down, not there. Not thinking about that kind of stuff. Golden over here. Okay. That's 25% of the Goldens. Straight, 25% straight. Never, no thoughts of other, nothing, 25%. The rest, in flux. When I walk around the street, there's about 25% of men that I think are genuinely straight. That's about it. 75%, the rest of them, is something else. It's not just saying it's just gay or whatever. No, it's just something different. Okay, it could be bi, whatever. Like, I think the majority of people technically are bi. I think just by looking at like life. Like there's literally just gotta get into Pan, okay, yeah, Sprite Frog. We gotta get into depth. Do you know clownfish? A lot of species of clownfish, they decide who's gonna be the tech on tech woman or man who's gonna hold the baby at the moment of when they meet. Okay, so they're just floating around chilling androgynous, and then they get with somebody like, hey, what you? And I'm like, last week I held the baby, so you want to hold him this time? Okay, cool. That's clownfish. So if that's in nature, people love to throw the Bible in. If God allowed clownfish to decide their gender, whatever, not gender, but their literal sexual, what they're doing, okay, then we sitting here acting like everything with our sexuality is so binary and we're supposed to be the most complex being on earth. Like, does that make any sense? No. Okay. There are so many there's so much diversity of stuff, and we think that things are supposed to be so, like, I'm like, y'all, really? Everything else with human characteristics is in a bell curve, with an average in the middle and outliers on the side. Why would sexuality not be that too? Why? If you look at research, it says like in the nation, it's like 4 to 5% of people are gay, and I'm like, that's the biggest damn lie ever. because I didn't take no survey, so my account isn't in there. Okay, and from personal experience, it's way more than fucking 5% of the nation. Okay, like I'm like y'all, everything is a bell curve with human characteristics. We all have a lot of diversity, but there's an average height. Okay, we're not just out here born two heights, right? Average height, about an average weight, average hair length. Okay, average vocal. Not everybody speaks with certain pitches. We all have different variations of our voice, different fingerprints. Okay, eye color different, but that's a bell curve. The majority of people have thick brown eyes. And then you have the different outliers. You get what I'm saying? Not outliers, but like, everyone else. That is intelligence bell curve. Okay? Like, bye, Froggy Frog. Talk to you later. Make sure you're subscribed. Bell curve. But then we sit here and say everything else with humans is bell curve, but sexuality, no. 95% straight. I'm like, y'all, whoever these scientists are, it's giving y'all are in the closet. Because why is the information not accurate? That is not the case. I'm like, really? It's interesting. Yeah, we got to get into it, honey. We talking about all the tea tonight. We talking about it all. Okay, relationships, astrology. I'm telling you, everything. Okay, so make sure as well you are notified. You have the notifications on the YouTube and TikTok, so that anytime I come on, it's tea. You can jump on. If you're like curious about something, if you've heard something in the news, we can talk about it. If it gets too much, I can't talk about certain things on live. You know what I'm talking about. Like certain political things I can't talk about. But like if it's just general stuff, have you heard about this? Have you heard this new song? What about this placement? I'm learning astrology. I'm curious about this. I'm in this relationship. I want to know this. Y'all can share anything and we can get into it. Come on. Shut up. Really? You heard the Mona Lisa was really one of the painter's male models? I got to get into this tea. I got to do some research. Wow. Yeah, once we get to 30, I gotta head out because I'm hungry and I gotta get water. I even was drinking tea, none left. Like, done. Done. Right before I came on, I chugged the rest of this and I should have refilled it because I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. But yeah, make sure you're notified, okay, so that you can keep coming on. Make sure you're following if you're not already following. What else? The marketing stuff. The marketing stuff. Um, YouTube is the gym. Okay, over 1,000 videos. Thank you, Sada. We did it. Yes. YouTube, so many videos for free. That's the free level. Okay. Also Etsy. Follow my Etsy, y'all. I have 9 people follow me on Etsy, and I have 8,000 followers, 18,000 on TikTok. Like, come on, we gotta do better than that. Okay. If you got all this value, I know the Etsy is it's another place, another person to follow. Promotions come on the Etsy. But if you want readings, I would prefer booking it on the site because that you can get scheduled with the scheduler and everything gets set up instantly. We also have courses, okay? Astrology for parents and teachers. Any recovering people pleasers in the group, okay? I made a whole course for y'all and even talks about astrology with people pleasing, tips, rituals, okay? All kind of stuff. Check my site out, y'all. I have a lot of stuff that I've been doing as I go, over the past 10 years of having, or 8 of having this business. Yeah, all kind of courses. And then lastly, I teach virtual classes, at least 2 a month. Okay, my last one was how to improve intuition. The one before that was wealth in October. My next class is about adorning yourself spiritually, like how I have, um, all my different things. They're all anointed specifically. All my ring placements, specific based on the different planets. Okay, we're not just putting rings on any way. Rings hold weight. All right, I have a video about that in my YouTube as well. Okay. Um, we are dating tonight. Exactly. I'm gonna be on your screen, okay? Um, so tons of stuff, y'all. Just soak it up, soak it up. Okay. And it's not about me. It really is not. The reason I'm saying that is because y'all like the astrology, y'all like what I'm sharing. I have thousands of videos. So I'm like, of course you're gonna vibe, like so yeah, I'm the most proud of my subliminal overnight guided meditations. Okay. I was using subliminals and they weren't working for me, and I was like, so I made my own. I made like 7. I have overnight ones: divine protection, make me lucky, manifest true love, release anxiety and stress, increase faith and belief. Like I made a lot of different ones for what I wanted and needed, and I released them all this year. Well, basically I released them last. I've been using them for a while, but I released them, 5 of them in July, and then I released 2 more like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So even overnight, and they work. Okay, it's insane. Like I literally, my TikTok went viral after I did the clear limiting beliefs subliminals. Okay, yeah, I make subliminals. I make music, so like as a dancer, I know how to, mix and do all that kind of stuff. So I added ocean waves to activate the 12th house. Ocean sounds activate your subconscious mind in the 12th house in astrology, and helps you to go to sleep and access that subconscious. Okay, so with the subliminal, so I put the ocean in there. I also put different frequencies, okay, hertz frequencies based on whatever it is, right? And also over, it's probably about 500 affirmations subliminally repeated, okay? Um, and also music on top of that. Like I'm very proud of my subliminal meditations, y'all. Um, like they really, I'm vibing with them and they work. Like that's the beautiful thing. The anxiety and stress, when the first night I did that, y'all, I was knocked out. I think I slept like 14 hours, something crazy. I was like, I woke up like, okay, that's subliminal work. Like, okay, let's get it. The only one people don't necessarily like is the manifesting true love. That one sounds different. Okay, I was focused a lot on the frequency of that one. That one is deep under manifesting true love. That for real. Okay, um, but some people don't necessarily like going to sleep to that one because it's a low, that energy. I wanted to make sure I brought in all the chakras for true love, like fully, and so it's a lot of tones. And some people, it's a little bit too much for them. But test them out. Test them out. They each sound different. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to check out, y'all. I'm really happy that I've been able to make so much content for so long. Okay, with my Sun conjunct Saturn, it took 8 years for my business to really expand how I thought it would. And so in those 8 years, I was making videos, and yeah. So there's tons of videos with only like 10, 20, 30, 40 likes or 40 views. Like it's a lot of content. So yeah, hopefully that helps you out. And with this new moon in Scorpio, it's a perfect time to dive into the occult. Okay. Because I don't just share astrology, I talk about rituals, candles, all kind of stuff. Goddesses, everything. So it's all in there. Um, and yeah, thank y'all so much. Um, mm-mm. Let me just see on YouTube. I'm about to head out. Oh my God, we gotta dance real quick, y'all. Hold up, hold up. What am I talking about? Okay, Aquarius, if you can come to the TikTok, we're about to dance. I'm gonna have to get off on YouTube so I can use my iPad to play the music. Um, so come on to. I'm about to head off on YouTube right now. TikTok, stay with me for like 3 more minutes. We're gonna do a little dance to get us into the weekend. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Okay, so YouTube, I'll talk to y'all later.